remember, was looking at like business rates here in the UK.
The rent.
It's like because business rates a proportion of your rent to some. There's some it's like up to like 50%. So if you're in a certain location, your rent is like 10 grand. That means you're gonna spend 5 grand a month on business rates. That's before you paid your staff. That's before you paid exorbitant amounts on alcohol duty. You know, so that's why a lot of these pub owners, they're hurt right now because they're like, look, we want to stay open. We don't want to charge you this much. We know it's ridiculous, but we've got no choice.
But then we also know this is part of the plan.
Yeah.
Because he still don't want you to have nothing to go do anything to have anything that can make you happy. He rather just give you a fucking pill and just make you docile. That was the word I was looking for earlier, docile. Yeah. You know, because they talk about messing with your brain already with Neuralink and all these different types of things. They make you feel different types of emotions or whatever. They don't need you. They don't need bars. They don't need entertainment for you.
Well, already technically now, like this generation, man, is something else.
Yeah.
The vaping, the balloons, like you, if you're on a bloody train, you can't sit on a train without someone pulling out a vape. Like, my God, you can't wait 10, 20 minutes to jump off the train and vape. Like, balloons, like you see people just ballooning their life away. These things are going, you know.
We were saying on the way here, you got like a million people under 24 with nothing to do, no work, nothing, just outside.
And a lot of them have got ED as well. They got erection. They can't.
That's a big thing.
Erection.
With that's what with the honey thing.
Yeah, the honey packs,
the
balloons, the vaping. Like a lot of them, they haven't got a baseline of just like and pornography as well.
Yeah.
It's warped their brain. They're psychologically fucked up.
When they said Gen Z is like having less sex than like any time ever before.
You know why that is, man. They're 4-1, man. You know, just, you know, becoming a generation.
Bro, it's like you talk to a lot of them, they said it's like their uni time, it was during lockdown. So they didn't even get, there's a lot of them where they said it's like, I've never been to a club, I've never been out, I've never gone drinking. I'm like, damn, I was like, bro, it's like, that was some shit that got played out after like 3 months. But it was like, at least I had them 3 months where I was like, okay, this is lit. And I was like, that's terrible. It's a fucking waste of time. It's like, these men never, like, they've never really socialized. So a lot of them don't even have like social
in their
circles.
formative years, especially.
And then they go into the workplace, and then the workplace is, and it's like, especially now with like guys, it's like a lot of people are saying before you used to meet your partner at work, but now it's like, bro, it's like you tap a girl on the shoulder at work, bro, you could be sitting in HR.
It's getting to the point where you got Sandra Bullock, remember the metaverse? In Demolition Man.
Yeah.
That's how it's getting to that point.
No contact.
There's no contact. You know, you can't do nothing. Like, that's social, that's that Black Mirror social credit scoring system.
Someone's like, what the fuck?
People getting ready to get down.
I'm a jumper, you know?
She gives him a headset. The metaverse.
So what the fuck is this?
The Monka Chunka?
The Honka Chunka, she's like, what's that?
Who the fuck wrote that?
Exchanging bodily. She's like, what? Exchanging bodily fluids?
Yeah.
She's like, she could, you know, then at the end of the movie, he kissed her and then she was like, oh, is that what it feels like? 20 more, you get me?
True, man. He sucked life out of everything.
This is what Easter wants for you, though, man. It's
In the
depressing.
future, like you're saying, people become more docile because we showed you when Simon Phoenix and that was in the future and that. Even the police, they was weak as fuck. He told on the control what to do. Like AI was telling them how to approach a criminal. Talk to him with a voice, and then the guy was, this is your last warning, and Simon just turned around.
Lie down or else.
It was ridiculous, but people became more docile. Relied on AI more. It's like robots, basically. They didn't have no thought pattern of their own no more. That was just
that's what they're saying with AI as well. They said because of AI, so like, a lot of people are losing like critical thinking abilities, the ability to even learn. They're saying there's a lot of people where it's like they put like simple problem solving where they've used AI, then they're allowed to solve the problem with AI versus not with AI. And a lot of them, it's like when they're by themselves, it's like the thought process, those things aren't even working. And it's like, as more time goes on as well, because I think it was like, they said with programming, like coding is one of the big things they've been using AI for, and they said a lot of people lost the ability to kind of like naturally problem solve, even even when they used to be, there was like people that used to be good coders, but then using AI just broke them down over time.
That's what it is. And when you put that chip in you, you're finished. You're just going to be a walking cyborg, man. They're going to be able to tell you, sit up, stand up. You know, it's like Simon says, do what I told you.
Hackable organism.
I move you.
Yeah, when I move, you move, yeah.
Like the movie Upgrade.
Upgrade, yeah, look at that.
That's another one.
Stem.
I've got precept.
Yep.
Isaiah 31:1, it says, "Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help, and stay on horses, and trust in chariots, because they are many, and in horsemen, because they are very strong. But they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek the Lord Yahweh."
And that's another thing as well. Like these people that that live in the world, but they actually trust in Esau and the way he's moving the world forward.
Yeah.
They believe in the future that he's portraying to them, like it's the best thing ever.
Yeah.
Not knowing that he wants you as a slave, like a real fucking ass slave, right?
Yeah.
That's trapped in a 15-minute city somewhere. You know, that is being told, what day you can eat meat, what day you can't eat, or you can't eat meat at all. You know, he wants that so much. He wants so much control over you, right? It's not the future that you think it's going to be, because he has no good intentions. And this is the problem. When you know Esau's the devil, and you know who Esau is, you can know there's no good intentions with him. You know, and this is why we present the alternative, which is Yahweh Shai. You know, who's going to rule in righteousness, man, and everyone's going to have what is rightfully theirs. You know, because every nation's got their inheritance to have. Everyone's free to work. You know, and work their lands, have land inheritance and stuff like that. Esau don't really have nothing, man. You know.
Jeremiah 17:5. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, cursed be the man that trusteth in man and maketh flesh his arm, and whose heart departeth from the Lord. Because like even that made me think about like even the Fauci trial as well, where he got the pardon, and the scripture will tell you after 2 or 3 witnesses like a man be condemned. But everyone knows he's done evil and he's there with a pardon. They're asking him, what day of the week is it? I plead the fifth.
Bro, I'll be like, you say it again and you get executed now. I ain't fucking around with you.
What colour is the paper?
Because you're going to ask it then. You're fucking, I'll plead the fifth. I don't give a fuck about your fifth. Because he can't even use that anyway because he got the pardon. So why are you even saying this? But he's been told to say that.
It shows you the whole court system is a joke.
It was the leads putting a middle finger up to the people.
That's it,
You
But
know,
I'm saying, if you don't fucking ask my question now, you get executed today. Like right now in front of everybody.
That's the thing. Everyone will be like, "Oh, democracy, blah, it's the best of the systems we've got." I'm like, bro, it's like all these
shit.
so-called checks and balances. As soon as money or power gets involved, you're basically you're dealing with a monarch. You're dealing with just as like Charles I. He was like, "Look, I can't be held accountable for anything because I've been put in this position by God, so you can't do shit."
Well, it becomes a plutocracy at that point. It's like you need money to get right, to get justice, to get righteousness. If you got more money, then these men are fucked. You know, they can protect themselves, they can outlast you and have you pine away into nothingness, man. So these men just abuse the system because they've got the power to. You know, so it's a corrupt system then. It don't work right.
And the people with the money is the small hats, man. They've got the people even here in the UK, like Labour, Conservative, or Green Party, and they're all small hat funded anyway, regardless. Regardless, it all comes from mainly even that small little square mile, the city of London. There's so many trillionaires hidden in that are just behind puppets and puppeteering all of these prime ministers. And
There's a reason why the J lobby is one of the largest. Is it the largest or one of the largest lobbies in America? There's a reason for that. In America, mind you. Like, why is that the largest or one of the largest lobbies in America? Why do they have so much power and so much influence? These are meant to be a minority people, by the way.
That's what, bro. Wasn't them men like just like on the basis level until like 1948 or whatever, bro? Like how these men all of a sudden they built themselves up to where they've established whole industries and they're basically able to hold sway. Because that's the thing.
Had sway. That's right.
But I'm saying, if these are minority people, we're meant to be like damn bad, according to scriptures anyway, right? Meant to be damn bad. How is it they are the most powerful lobby, or one of the most powerful lobbies in America, when they're supposed to be just a small group of people? Because they've got power.
Yeah.
And Israel is not meant to have no power.
And it goes back to the Rothschilds when you deal with Moses Amschel Bauer, and then Maya Amschel Bauer, and then the 5 founding fathers of the banking industry today. They formulated a plan and they worked it, over and over again. And now we're in, you think, it just happened yesterday or whatever. This has been something in the works for hundreds and hundreds of years.
So that's why they have that quote. I think it might have been Amschel Bauer that quoted it. It's like, I care not who makes the laws if I've got control of the money. These men will control the money. So who gives a fuck? Who's in power? Trump, Biden, doesn't matter. They control the shit, man.
And you made a good point about the bowers, because bower means peasant. And I got a scripture just on that. Right? This is Ecclesiastes 10:7. I have seen servants upon horses, and princes walking as servants upon the earth.
And if you go to Isaiah 32, it talks about the evil chul. And the word chul, when you look it up, it means a scoundrel, like
Yes,
a lowlife.
a knave
And
scoundrel.
it basically means a peasant. And that's the Rothschilds, man.
That's right.
Their original name is Bauer, like you said, which means peasants, and they own the whole fucking earth, whole world. And they're the evil chul, man.
And when you go into the etymology of scoundrel, it goes into like a base individual.
Yeah, base
Someone that's so
individuals.
vile, like
Yeah,
the
low
lowliest
life.
of the low, base.
Scum.
And it's good to speak about the basis of men.
Yep.
So it all lines up.
That's who's making the policies. That's all these laws and the executive orders that get passed. All that shit. The whole system's built by them, created for them.
Yeah. So we implore you. You know, can a leopard change his spots?
Yeah.
You know, like these are the devils.
A big nose is gonna stay a big nose. You know what I'm saying?
You know, these people like made them no, they're at the hierarchy. You know,
Yeah, they're above
society,
the law.
You know, but they're not. You
That's
know,
That's the other thing as well, is to be a prince, that's a role you need to be groomed and raised for. Like when someone's set as a leader, usually you have the firstborn. It's like Game of Thrones is good for that. Whereas like you had like Ned set up his son, then his son basically, as soon as he had to take up the role, he'd already trained him in a way where it's like, okay, warfare, you know what you need to do, politics, dealing with the bannermen, dealing with whatever.
and this is something people don't realize. In reality, you know, on a scientific level, it's in your DNA. All right, when the blood of the covenant was put upon us, all right, going into Exodus 24, and it speaks about in Exodus 19 to be a nation of kings and priests. That wasn't what made us, you know, king. In that moment, we were made to be that. So when you have a king, this is why he had the divine right of kings, because it goes into Genesis the 49th chapter about the scepter not departing from Judah. Why? Because even within the nation of Israel, they weren't meant to be the kingly line. All right, it's meant to be Ephraim. Ephraim was meant to be the firstborn. You know, you had the firstborn Reuben, so it got deferred to the firstborn of the other, second of Rachel, the younger thing. So
Second oldest.
second oldest, yeah. Sorry. Second firstborn is, I think.
Yeah, the second
firstborn.
The second firstborn.
So I went on to him. But then it tells you in the book of Kings that it said through excellency of spirit. It didn't say because he had money, because he supplanted his way. No, excellency of spirit. He became the king. Basically, it was something set up in the spirit. So all these, you know, Esau would try and say, you know, we had an excellent spirit. We got into the way. No, all right. You did some skullduggery, right? You're a fuck. You are a criminal, all right. But when you deal with the true nature of kings, that's why in our people we're very benevolent, all right. We you know, we feel sorry for people and all that type, because that's part of our kingly nature.
And we didn't rule off our own minds.
Yeah.
You know, we had the law that was given to us that we had to rule by. We know Esau don't care about those types of things, and this is why everything just goes wrong.
You know, you remember King Solomon, when he was Jehovah Shai, he prayed to the Lord for more wisdom so he'd be able to rule Israel when he was given the option of anything he wanted, and because of that, the Lord added everything else onto him. But that's the average minded Jake. Whereas Esau, Edom, he would try and set up a palantir and have the police integrated and have you facial recognitioned up to tell you it's for your own.
But the reason why it's added onto him is because it's a byproduct of wisdom.
Yeah, of course. That's why wisdom is the principal thing, right?
That's 4 and 7. That's right. This is Psalms 55 verse 20. He hath put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him. He hath broken his covenant. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart.
Like, who actually has an issue with Esau on the level where, like, you know, that someone's trying to do Esau wrong? No one trying to fuck with Esau like that. But he's coming to fuck with everybody else, though. Everyone's really just wants to be at peace. They don't want problems. But you somehow find an issue. Find a problem. That's Esau, isn't it? Yeah.
And I just read this one real quick. This is Proverbs 4 and 7. Getting wisdom is the wisest thing you can do. This is an NOT. And whatever else you do, develop good judgment.
That comes with the wisdom.
Yeah, that's the first thing you should do. You know, and through all of them things got added. That's why you mentioned the example with King Solomon. What got added to that? Because he didn't ask for wealth, women. He didn't ask for but wealth and women can get added off the back as a byproduct.
But this is why it was mandatory that, you know, the king had to meditate in the scriptures, meditate in the law. You know, so that he knew that he made right judgment, made right calls. You know, because if you just like, you know, I feel like that's the judgment for this, but he's not actually consulting with the scriptures. It's not in his mind like that. He could make the wrong judgment. You know what I mean? And so it was mandatory for the king to do it, because otherwise the king will get high-minded in himself that he's able to pass anything he wants. But, you know, or do whatever he wants, right? But you're meant to rule based on Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai.
That's it.
That's right.
You know, you're not your own ruler. You know, you still one above you, man.
That's right.
You know?
Yes.
Really, when you become so like, go ahead. I was gonna say, when you become a king and that, you're really a servant to the people.
That's right.
That's
It's
right.
not just about yourself. You've got to mind the whole kingdom.
Oh, Yahweh Shai said that when he came. He used the ultimate example of a king. He's a king of kings. He said, I come to minister.
Yeah.
You know? That's what he comes to say.
Well, that's why the king has the scepter.
Yeah.
Because you're actually, you are a shepherd to the people, the sheep. And when you are a shepherd, man, that's a tedious job when you really think about it, because sheep tend to go astray.
Well, Moses will tell you. Moses was stressed out, leaving you man out of Egypt, you know?
Because it's like a shepherd with a sheep. You got a sheepdog, and then one just runs off to a cliff. And you're like, shit, okay. You know, you leave your steward there and whatever. You got to go off into the cliff and find, you know, your cattle and all that kind of stuff.
Come back and another one's running.
What kind of? So that's the same thing. Being a king is like,
Get on the
like you
steward,
said,
what the fuck is
You'd be stressful. You'd be there like, fucking hell.
No, that's
Being
why you
some
have to
hard-headed-
inquire. Because they got too overbearing. Yeah, you have to go to Jethro. I don't mind these people because it's getting too overbearing. Too many complaints are coming to me. So mix up, elders come to this.
But no, people don't see that. I want, like you said, power, women. That's what they think.
Even in Esau society, you got something called a public servant. That's what these politicians and elected leaders are meant to be. But they don't give a hell about the people.
They did it to serve themselves. So they get access to the backyard and the money and shit.
Well, that's why the scripture says, so a manner of man, the ruler of the city is. Such a rule they dwell therein. They do it for themselves.
So if they're selfish, they ain't going to rule the people right.
Precept on that. We actually got a law on that. This is Deuteronomy 17 verse 14, and I'll read in the NLT. And the subheading is Guidelines for a King. And it says, you are about to enter the land the Lord your God is giving you. When you take it over and settle there, you may think we should select a king to rule over us, like the nations around us. If this happens, be sure to select as king the man the Lord your God chooses. You must appoint a fellow Israelite. He may not be a foreigner. The king must not build up a large stable of horses for himself or send his people to Egypt to buy horses. For the Lord has told you, you must never...
It's a lot, man. Say it.
You must never return to Egypt. The king must not take many wives for himself, because they will turn his heart away from the Lord. And he must not accumulate large amounts of wealth in silver and gold for himself.
I mean, yes, the king is going to be wealthier than the average Israelite, obviously. Like, but he has duty, with the resources that he has, there's a duty he needs to fulfill with those resources that he's got.
Distribute appropriately.
Because even when the Lord was telling Samuel, I think I'm sure it's Samuel, about, if you want a king, then you're going to have to give up this, and you have to give up that, so he can do this, so he can do these things.
He's going to take your firstborn,
Firstborn, and all that kind of stuff.
Because they were sovereign within their own right. That's what it is.
He's going to need warriors. So your man child's going to have to come up. So he's going to need provision for them. So he's going to need all these extra things to run that. He ain't just going to run it off his own bank. Because he's a king. He don't work.
And it really shows you the spirit on them, because in the book of Judges, it iterates it on multiple occasions that there was no king, and everyone did what they
fought in their own mind.
So that's why you had one of the last chapters. You had the Levite that was in the house of the rich man. I forgot his name. It's escaping me. And he basically made the Levite a servant to him with his idol in his house. So that showed you how abundance in wealth, you had our people. He brought, I'm gonna bring a priest in my house. So you imagine the king
Paid his
over a
keep.
people like that. He's gonna say, well, I need that guy because he's okay. You got a war in your household, because you even have that. You know, when you deal with like in America, you know, in different lands like say the Caribbean and even Italy, you have someone have their right hand man, a protector, you know, a bodyguard, and there'll be, you know, like 50 Cent for example. He took this guy Monster. I forgot his name. The guy's name's Monster. But he basically is like, he was a well-known street figure that had a lot of power, known for like doing things for different people. So obviously he's got wealth, so he just plucked him and said, you're mine now. So it's the same. Imagine on a kingly level, you're gonna look at all the warriors within the land and say,
Well, you want the best men
there
for
you
your
go, come
duties,
into my
whether you're a
house.
servant or whether you're a warrior. You want the best men to help the kingdom.
bakers, the chef in Egypt. You hear someone makes the best cake ever, or like King David said, give me that water from over there. Like, you're gonna put everything in your house, and then this is, and you see it with Ease society today. This is why tourism will be a big thing in different countries, because okay, we're renowned for this, so we need to put this guy on a platform. We need to, so when people come to this country, they spend their money.
Or even in the modern day, it'd be brain drain. Because that's why you have like the H1, 2B or whatever in America.
Good immigrants.
Yeah, the good ones. Because that's why it's like they have a bunch of them Indians going over. Then it's like the tech sector. That's all Indians eating it up. When you have like different.
It's like I was gonna add to you if I can, but then what then happens is their home country, which India's a bit different because they've got a lot of people.
Their progress
In
slows.
smaller, their progress slows.
Yeah.
So it's just a way for Esau to perpetuate that supremacy.
Yeah.
Because like, look at my country. And it's
We're still the cutting edge.
Yeah.
But then really they're just like keeping everyone from building their own industry. Because I think it's like even with China they try to make their own like Silicon Valley, but then it's like to really maintain it.
And
you need to be
this
taking the
modern
whole
era,
world.
and this modern era has allowed that to happen. Because we've got planes and all these planes. It's kind of easy for people to move around. Before, these guys that were top dons in their region, they would usually stay in the region. They might go to another region, but it's not like you can just ship man across the other side of the world. It wouldn't be like that. So knowledge would grow in that particular place. But now America, because it's got the money in that, they can get the best from everywhere and keep them propped up. And then look at these other nations, they're shit. Yeah, but because you're stealing, you're still stealing from them.
Just,
You know?
this is like a side example. Kanye West, you know, he's been blackballed. He did a show in Europe, in Albania. And it was like he basically built a stadium.
I think
and he generated.
I think the government built.
He sided with with the government. They built him a stadium, and he generated like
Mad peace.
bare money.
Mad peace.
So it shows you like there's certain things where, you know, if you have ability, they bring about money, and then, you know, a king like we got with he would just be like, right, I'm gonna take that to myself. And then you have people say, oh, these people, they're rich and what? No, they're workers, they're court jesters for the powers that be. That's all it is.
I've got a quick precept just on that. Ezekiel 28:4 says, with thy wisdom and with thine understanding, thou hast gotten thee riches and hast gotten gold and silver into thy treasures. By thy great wisdom and by thy traffic hast thou increased thy riches, and thy heart is lifted up because of thy riches. So that traffic, that, you know, business basically is a means of accruing greater wealth onto himself.
The Hebrew word there is rafala, which means trade, merchandise, that word for traffic there. So that's how Esau made himself rich, but he took the wisdom that the Lord gave him and he abused it. You know, he abused it. Like the scripture says, knowledge and wickedness is not wisdom. So he's done what he's done to make himself accumulate this wealth, but it's all been by ill-gotten gains. A lot of skullduggery, like the brother said.
A lot of fake money.
Yeah, a lot of murdering.
The
Yeah,
real-
so still
the real
killing.
is,
I don't know what Nate's talking about. Bishop Nate said America's not in debt. I couldn't believe it.
What?
I was like, bro,
America's
this guy's
not
gone
in
crazy,
debt.
bro. He said America's not in debt. I'm
That's
like, bro,
crazy.
they just announced the other day it's like 40 trillion in debt. What do you mean it's not in debt? He said America can never be in debt. Because they print their own money. I was like, bro, is this guy? He actually said that in the video, bro. Then he tried to say,
Go
then he
like
tried to
Howard
say,
Shire to Nicodemus.
yeah, bro. Then he tried to say Lucifer. Then he tried to say Lucifer was America, bro.
Bloody hell.
Not even the elites. He just said the Lucifer's America. See, that's America. The merchant city. I was like, bro, this guy's bugging. But America is straight up in debt. That thick clay, it's in Habakkuk the second chapter. That's talking about America, not talking about the Chinese.
America's the most indebted
That's talking
nation on the
about
planet.
America. Yeah. That's why you think Japan and China will try to get away from it, because they own all their fucking their debt.
That's been necessary for America, because otherwise America couldn't grow to the size it's grown.
Yeah.
To advance themselves is the way they advance themselves. To buy all these people from these different nations to build their technology, their infrastructure there. Because they ain't got the money. The money that they're spending doesn't exist in real life. There's not enough gold, and they just derivatives.
There's not enough
Bare
resources.
fakery money going on.
Yeah, I remember the elder was going into it at the time. I think it's exorbitant privilege, right? So they've been allowed to being the reserve currency.
Yeah.
They've been allowed to just do so much.
Yeah.
You know, like you're saying, even like from the government, but to the people. I was thinking about this the other day. Any of you brothers with family back home, right? They're looking at you like, oh, Eric, you got money and this. It's like, no, we're living on credit.
They always
But of
think
course,
that.
they don't. Yeah, they don't understand how we live. They, like, for them, if they own a car, if they own a TV, that was cash.
Yeah, they don't have a credit system.
They don't have a
No,
credit
they don't have
system like
nothing
that. You know.
So Esau corrupting himself with the wisdom. That's why his kingdom's falling apart, man.
And the funny thing is, it's like I think since like 2010s, the interest rates were like 0. So there was like a whole decade of just basically free credit where they were able to build, and that's really where you got the illusion. Because it was funny, it was like mid 2010s, like the mindset of the people was completely at pure ease and bliss.
Yeah.
So like, there was people, I remember then it was like you were seeing startups under every rock. There was a guy where it's like, oh yeah, this is it puts the flavor of lemon into when you breathe in. Like that was getting like millions of pounds, dollars going into that. They're like, oh yeah, we got just the wackiest ideas because money was free. But it's like, since interest rates have gone up, everyone's getting cooked. And it's like even the yen. The yen's been cooked for like the last like 2 years. Like, Japan's economy's been cooked from like really from the 90s. Like they never really recovered. But then it's like the currency was like it was at the point where it's completely crumbling.
Okay, now that's why you have all of these layoffs as well. That was one of the many factors, because on that in Silicon Valley, they were basically using that basically free credit to hire up all of these people. And once again, in England, we don't understand the numbers Americans get paid.
Oh yeah, someone was saying, I was hearing some of these numbers, bro. It's like they were saying like man are getting 6 figures for like the most basic of tasks,
entry level jobs and that. Whereas like I was saying in the States, with my experience, that'll be $500,000, like that'll be a general paycheck.
You working next to Bill Gates.
Right, but it was in America, those were the kinds of numbers, but that was funded by the free credit that they were getting. So then when the interest rates went up, all of those companies were now like, all right, this is now too much, it's now expensive, right? So that's why you started seeing the layoffs. But at the same time, they had this product that they were trying to ship to the people, AI. So they say, oh, we're laying off people because of AI. No, they're not. They're laying off people because of the books, but because they're rehiring the same amount of people, but in India and in cheaper places around the world.
I got a preset just on that point. This is Ecclesiasticus 13. I'll start from 3. It says, the rich man have done wrong, and yet he threateneth withal. The poor is wronged, and he must entreat also. If thou be for his profit, he will use thee. But if thou have nothing, he will forsake thee.
You know, there's even a saying that being poor is expensive, and it's real shit. Because like if you can be poor and have you can have a parking fine for £80 and you can't afford to pay that, then that shit doubles to 160, then 320, then before you know it, you got bailiffs at your door, then you know you can't pay
Take the car, man.
Then county court judgment, and then now you can't get more credit in the future when you need it.
Exactly. And you use your travel money to pay for that, then you got no food, then you got to go. No, it's mad. It's a cycle.
Sorry, we can't lend to you.
Sorry, yeah, just like sorry.
Yeah, man. Whereas like when you're rich, like even with the AI companies you're speaking about, like you got like the big players. You know, like I think over like 40% of America's stock market is propped up by like Microsoft, the Google,
the big tech,
the big tech, bro. And all they do is that they launder money between each other. Like Microsoft will pay AWS to use the web service, then AWS will pay Nvidia, then they swap like.
It's a circle.
It's a circle, and it props up the stock, but then
Data centers is like, because I think they even say like data centers have been around for forever, but then it's only really with AI that you've had the big push for like put these super duper data centers, and then because of their doing, and then the thing is AI is meant to fund it, but then it's like how AI is going to make that money, no one even knows. So it's just it's basically all. But then it's like that's how Esau's economy's always run. It's really just now a spotlight's being put on it, and
Exposed.
yeah, and then the thing is really the elite are getting ready to end this
that's
current
true.
monetary system.
The Great Reset.
Everything's gonna be digitalized.
Yeah.
Ecclesiastes 12:3 says, "In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease because they are few, and those that look out the windows be darkened." Right? Grinders cease because there ain't gonna be no jobs. AI is gonna be taking a load of these jobs. Right? Once again, if you're a junior in any particular role, it's peak for you. AI now does that job.
Everyone can say as well. What even makes it worse on top of the AI, even here as well, and I know America in some is more rounded ways. The government's made it basically it's not even it's not sensible for our companies to hire a early career grad because you still got to be trained and you need time to make mistakes. Whereas it's expensive to hire you, and the band between a grad and like the low paid worker that's been 35, 36 with the basic skills isn't that much because of the fact that now there's higher national insurance as well. The minimum wage is going up. So companies don't have no incentive to hire young people like that.
That's it. Yeah, that's why you got something. There's a term, doom spending, right? Where basically, it's basically these young folks have been like, well, I'm never gonna own a house. I can't afford a car. I can't afford a family. I can't afford a wedding. Why am I saving? Why am I saving? I'll just spend. I'll just they'll go full Epicurean.
I think they'll say saying they'll get in credit cards, they'll get maxing out credit forever, because they're like, well, I ain't gonna pay it back, I ain't gonna because there's no place for them in civilization really. In society, it's kind of done.
People are catching on, man. People are catching on. All that university shit, lads. You know, everyone's catching on. Like, university is a waste of time. Just getting yourself into mad debt for no reason. For a piece of paper.
But this is why they say it's a bubble, isn't it? Because the same things that happened back in Rome. Things got out of control. Eventually, things burst and they popped, and you know things came crashing down around everybody. And this is what we're witnessing because there's this point that we'll get to hit that everything just failed. You know, because this system can't sustain like that.
Because once again, if these young folks don't save, I mean, obviously we know this place is done, right? But like, if they can't save, then who's gonna buy the houses?
Even that, if they can't work, who's gonna pay the pensions for the people that's
Exactly.
Because all the social like support framework basically, because it's Japan's basically experiencing it, where it's like I think they said like the amount of like it's already been top heavy, like over 40s are the majority, and people aren't dying until they're in their 90s. So it's like all the social support is basically buckling, and then because they still like the bulk of the voting base, all the like anyone that's trying to like address it, they're not going to get voted in because they're thinking, well, I want someone that's going to make sure I can continue getting my social support. But then it's like it basically will get to the point where it's done, and then it's basically just going to. The reality is I don't know why you guys aren't. Well, actually, no. In Japan, they did actually assassinate the prime minister before. But I was like, I don't know why you guys aren't going out there and doing some kind of ban act because I don't know. Like, where's your future, bro? There is no future.
And then on top of that, it was what we were saying before that you know talent's leaving Japan and you know working in different places. And that so it's like the young ones are actually leaving anyway.
Because of the working conditions be crazy.
Yeah, that's I think the generation gap between like how the old work, because I think they said even before the old companies would never sack you, and you're basically getting hired. You're getting hired for life. But then the younger people now realizing like, oh, there's no point in even staying in that role because I think they have like a term for it where you basically get put in a separate place where it's like you don't really have to do any work.
It's easy,
But then they just hire you in that position, but you'll never go up. You'll never whatever. But it's just like you'll work and be like a detriment to the company forever. but then it's like in reality it's like a lot of those things can't be sustained because like that was during the boom, and it was like post-war boom. A lot of like the US is the same thing. The post-war boom is really what made the American dream, the idea of America, everyone's enraptured with, exist. Before World War II, it was like the Dust Bowl, man. That man had like the 30s where it was that was done as a country, but then the war economy basically built them up. Them having dominion over the world as well. Let them get. They were like, okay, they went to Japan. Oh, Japan's gonna deal with us like this. Korea war happens. Okay, then Korea's having to deal with us like this. Then everything's to the benefit of America.
But
But
then you had the didn't you have the Bretton Woods as well in 1944, was it? Where you had the IMF. They pretty much pegged all the world currencies to the US dollar.
Yes.
And then pretty much it was what, for 1 ounce of gold it was like $35. Then you had the Nixon shock, 73. And they pretty much removed the gold standard. You know what I mean?
What a
So
fact.
that's, come on man, that's
Crazy.
So this,
That was like
this
I can't believe
international,
that-
different
that- that
countries.
happened.
Just like, yeah, we just lost all our gold.
yeah, where's the
Charge
gold?
it.
No,
Yeah.
no.
Even when you look at the footage, you see everyone handed in the gold in long lines. You see the guards with the guns and shit. That was a crazy thing that you done, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Something mad.
Draconian.
I got a precept just on that as well. Jeremiah 51:7. Babylon hath been a golden cup in the Lord Yahweh's hand, that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad. And everyone bought into the system. That's what it's real. It worked to the benefit for everyone for a little while. During the 80s as well, it's like over here with Thatcher and whatnot, with Thatcher and Reagan basically building up and then developing like systems where it seemed like, oh, it's just unlimited money fountain. Everyone's able to go out here, make money, do well. But then it's like you go like now, it's like, oh, ending the different what's it called? Ending all the different unions, various different protections and economies. That's the thing with the UK. It's like Brexit. Funny enough, is really just the fallout of what happened during the time of Thatcher. Because you're like, oh, we're going to stop production and stop this. We're going to be a service-based economy, which means London's fine, but then everywhere else is a fucking hellhole. You go to some of these sites, bro. You go to Sheffield. There's just, bro. There's wet. Like I'm like, bro. There's nothing out here. Like there's nothing. You just walk in. It's like, what the hell am I meant to do?
Which goes to show you that they're systematically destroying this country, because the last few things a lot of these smaller British cities had were universities. And who was the main people funding universities? International students. But they made a whole load of new immigration rules, which means international students, they look at these places less favorably, right? And then when you look at where most of those international students were from, they're from China, and now in that Chinese degree starting to mean something. Because that's another thing Esau did to prop up his kingdom, is he made the English and American degrees mean something, but no one else's did. Because I remember you used to talk about it. So you can have a Ghanaian who's a top doctor in Ghana. He comes over here, it don't mean anything.
Bro, you gotta get naturalized if you come over here to live. And this, no straight, I'll tell you, if you ain't got to a British university, you could have done the test in English, and the lingua franca is English in Ghana, but you still got to do an English exam and pay like $2,000 to show you can speak the language. After you know more British history than the average British citizen.
That's part of the racism thing, because you know, them man have lower IQ, so maybe they don't know these things. But them man are smarter than you coming out. It's dumb. But it's just you know, if he's to impose his superiority, you know, you must get my approval first. You know, same with vocab. Oh, you know, we have to get approval from these Christians and these idiots that don't know the scriptures. Why?
I've got two more verses on this.
Very quick in and out, man. Proverbs 11:1. A false balance is an abomination to the Lord Yahweh, but a just weight is his delight.
This is verse 8, Jeremiah 51:8. Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. How for her? Take balm for her pain, if so be she may be healed.
Right? Because they want America to continue. The average person wants America to continue and grow and be better than ever. Right? But if you're a Christian, that's the wrong fucking mentality to have, man. But you're meant to be wanting the kingdom of heaven. Right? America is not the kingdom of heaven, man. You fucking Christians are hypocrites, man. Right? You're fucking hypocrites. Because America has to be destroyed.
Exactly.
For the kingdom to come in, America has to be destroyed, man. Right? There should be nobody in America should be wanting America to continue. Because you're all meant to be Christians and shit, right? Nobody should be wanting that. But here they're all trying to hold on to what they got in America. Oh yeah, we want to, you know, because all they want is shit for themselves. And the better America does, the better they do.
Yeah.
That's what it is. They don't care about the kingdom.
Yep. Which that's a part of that wine.
Exactly.
You know, they've embraced westernization. Basically, they've embraced the so-called white man's way of life.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Americanization. And that's why everywhere you go, oh, there's a KFC here, there's a McDonald's there, you know, there's a Wendy's here. You know, it's Americanization, and that's why now what nations are now becoming mad because they actually realize, hold on a minute, we've been fucking inebriated, we've been intoxicated. They've woken up. I remember Elder Apostle Ramlab saying they woken up from that drunken stupor, and now they got a badass hangover.
That's it, yeah.
You know,
Again, it's the witchcraft. It's the illusion.
Yeah.
You know, the charm that America presented itself. You know, when it really is dirty and it's disgusting. But people believe in the dream.
Yeah.
The American dream. People believe in that, man, and they want that dream to come to fruition. So they're gonna keep going along with America too. If they get what they want out of America, man. But it's over. This fucking America's over, man. That's why all the shit we've been talking about just now, man. That's why they've been talking so much about universal basic income, man.
Yeah.
There's a reason why there's been all these studies and these trials over the last 10 years or whatever about how to implement universal basic income, man. Because they ain't got no work for you, man. They ain't got no way to make you live how you live.
There's no future.
No future.
Georgia Gaston.
Yeah.
They want to get rid of the population.
Yeah.
Bill Gates. They've already built up what they need to build up. Now they've got the digital age. Now they think they're a god. Omnipresent and omniscient. They've got all the data and all that. They don't need you. They just to chip the certain people and keep them as slaves. That's the plan.
That's what they got. The concentration camps are by the ready.
Right.
That's why the sword is being sharpened. That's why they're doing Jade Helm, Rex 84. That's why they're doing all these fucking urban warfare drills. They're getting ready to just put you in them guillotines, just off your head.
When Trump came in, like the first thing he did was like the police force, ICE. He had that developed swiftly.
They've been complaining about that recently as well.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
A lot of the ICE
In DC,
they don't want them out there no more. Been locking them up like 60,000 or more, and they're supposed to be taking them back to the border, but they're keeping them in them cages and they're living through like depraved positions and unclean sanitary places, unsanitary. They're saying that women are getting vaginal diseases as growing because they're giving them the same underwears to wear, different people's underwears. It's all this fucked. The Mexicans are getting it over there, man. Northern Kingdom, man.
And they say they're giving them electric gloves as well.
The electric shock gloves, Shocking them.
So what's that thing in X-Men? Not X-Men, Spider.
Spider-Man.
So
they're getting. That's Jacob's trouble, but it's gonna intensify.
Got something? I was talking about work. Says Isaiah 19:15. Neither shall there be any work for Egypt, which the head or tail, branch or rush may do.
So they're telling you that there's no work in the future, basically, right? But they're trying to nice you off by saying, oh, don't worry, we got this other plan being sorted. Yeah, we're just gonna give you universal basic income, and so you ain't got to worry about actually working. Because we know we're destroying your job. We know we're making your life a misery. You can't earn money, but we're gonna just give you money, right? Through now this digital system that we've got going now. We can give you these digital currencies now. We can do this with it. We can do that with it. And we can make sure that you can go get your groceries, right? So people were like, well, if they're gonna do that, that's all right, But it's just a way to transition you to take the mark of the beast.
Sonic Green. Yep. Just like Sonic Green.
That's what it is.
Yep.
Oh, they thought about this. They know we're suffering, but they got something in their work for. No, it's just to get you to take that mark of the beast, man. Because that's like what you said. They don't really want you to be here. You think that they just want to give you this money for free? No, it comes at a cost. And the less humans on the earth, the better it is for them. It's less to control, need to control.
Well, even with these different social programs they set up over time, it's really allowed them to pass certain laws to establish certain baselines, and then in future. And the thing is everything on a scale. You look at where it's heading to. It's all going towards that mark. So then you think, oh, they do it. Why? Okay, why is it they established like the NHS? So why did we establish the NHS? But then it's one of those things. It's to be utilised as a tool. It's something that it's like that was a big part of Brexit. They were saying, 350 mil to the NHS. Everyone's thinking, when I get my it get fixed and whatnot after Brexit, then I ain't gonna be waiting for like 9 months.
Lines got longer.
Yeah,
All the people that were working there are not here.
All them foreign nurses and that gone.
I got a preset. First Maccabees 8 and 4, and that by their policy and patience they had conquered all the place, though it were very far from them. And the kings also that came against them from the uttermost part of the earth, till they discomfited them, and given them
a great overthrow, so that the rest it give them tribute every year. But the point being is that policy and patience was used by well, this ain't talking about the Romans when the Esau was in control, but it's formative in what was brought forth into Esau's rulership as the Roman
Esau just
Republic.
reuses the other things that other nations
There
done in
you
the
go.
past. You know what I mean? He recycles that stuff. You know. You know, with more devilish undertones to it.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah, it's to take choice and options away from you, man. Because if you can't go to work to earn your own money, then you've got no other option than to take money from the government.
Yeah.
And if that's the only option you've got, then they can easily tell you, well, if you want to receive that, you're going to have to take this mark. Then what do you do? But you've got no other options.
And the thing is, these people are more, if they've been, this is the thing, he puts everything on Front Street, on the main stage, Fauci getting up there and no commenting and everything. He basically showed you that with all the hoopla and, you know, everything that happened during 2020 to 2022 with the Novid and that, they basically twisted their arm to take that vaccine. But now it's come out that it was no good for you. So now everyone's aware of it, but a lot of people are, you know, going dumb at the air and saying like, I don't care. But this shows you when they come to bring about everything they're gonna set into play, that you already know what they're about. And they can look at you, you know, and tell you a bold face, like, not even lie to you, just tell you like, look, this is where it is. You gotta do this, or you know, you're fucked basically.
Because when you're saying it, these people, they know they got messed up, but there's that quote from that film, man. It's Andre 3000 in it, and he's basically like, when you get Revolver.
Yeah, I watched that last week. Man.
That's my film, man.
I forget the quote, but it's basically like when people they don't want to admit that they've been.
Wanna, you know, they'll protect their best friend with all they've got, because if they admit that they've basically accepted a lie, then they have to accept they're stupid.
Exactly. And that's these people.
They always move always move the goalpost.
You're only stupid if you stay stupid.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to wise up at some point that, I made a mistake. You know, because that what you guys, you know, had implanted into you, you know, during that time, man, was kind of crazy. And to this day, it's not been approved.
And that's it's like the way they're forcing it. I'm like, bro, they had it through social media. I remember, bro, everyone would get it and then post on social media. Oh yeah, I got mine. Everyone was like, you had celebrities coming out saying, "Oh, go get it." Yeah, bro, it was like the push was insane.
Pizza, donuts.
Man said, "Oh, I lost my job. I was working at airport. I lost my job," and it was like 3 weeks later or something when they said, "It's no longer mandatory." Then he got paid. But then imagine how many people that would have just folded and taken it, not knowing in a few weeks they could have got the fattest paycheck of their life.
And where is that disease now?
Bro, it's
I don't think we're still getting diagnosed with it. I'm not saying I'm not ignorant to that, but I'm just saying, like, is it a crisis? No, it's not. Did everybody take the V? No, they didn't. Was it necessary? Not really.
And it's funny because people still get the flu one
Every
yearly, but then that's not joining the same thing. It's not even being recommended like that.
No.
Then it's
The vid just disappeared.
And I'm like, bro, flu is already like. I was like, bro, it's like, if I get the flu, is it really that bad? Unless you're like up in age or whatever.
And you know, even with the flu as well, like there's like, I think there's numerous different strains of the flu as well, but there's like 4 main ones, and they would when it's flu season, they try and do the left hand science and try to predict what strain they need to allegedly protect you for, but they never figure that out. Well, how the hell are they gonna then figure out how to protect you from CV in 6 months? Like,
Yeah, but you know why? Because the one that they put you is living. It's alive, innit? So it can you know, evolve and do whatever to attack the ones that's gonna
I remember when they said,
protein spikes and shit.
Well, it's like man said like, oh yeah, you're never gonna get it again after you get it. Then it was like 2 weeks later, it was like, oh yeah, man said man can get it. Oh, actually, you can get it again.
It doesn't make you
So,
immune.
actually, it just makes it so you can fight. I was like, bro, the way they're looking at
Jim, that lies,
folding
right?
into fractional shapes.
You got Boris talking shit to us. I'm like, bro, shut up, man. Man's having a party after House of Lords.
It was blank checks for these pharmaceutical companies. It was blank checks. So of course they were like, look man, we've got them on a roll. Might as well, new strain, and they started giving them what, Omicron?
I swear that's a transformer.
Esau's got to go.
And Psalms 55 and 21, the words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn sore.
Esau is not our protector, man. He ain't trying to help you. He ain't trying to do any of that, man. He's just trying to deceive you, man. That's it. You know, so he can destroy you. That's it.
He's had that same MO from forever as well.
Yeah.
Because all these nations, really, you go back in history, as Esau dealt with, bro, who's the nation where Esau went to them and he dealt with them nicely and kindly and was nothing but a benefit to them. Even his own people, he ain't dealing with like
The
that.
selflessness of it. Yeah. Esau ever been selfless? No.
Yeah. Well, his whole aim is to have you, like even Morpheus said it in Matrix. You listening, Neo? He goes, many of these people, Neo, are so hopelessly dependent on us. They'll fight. So these people are actually out here fighting to protect this. That's actually what they're involved in. They're invested in this system. That's why they got AI making new vaccines now. You know, or anti-Vs. That's what they got AI making it now. BBC News just did a video on that.
They said they've got, like, the one they're doing trials on now, I think it's a cure for cancer as well.
Yes.
I was like, bro, it's like, I've watched I Am Legend. I already watched the intro to I Am Legend. I know what's going on, bro.
T-virus.
When some zombie, some Resident Evil, some Umbrella Corp motherfucking zombies start going around, then it's fucking it, bro. Then it's because I was like, bro, it's like cure for finger. I was like, bro, I don't trust that for shit.
Yeah, you start mutating them.
I grew a second arm, like a third arm, like
What's going on? But yeah, that's it, man.
it's a man spider and shit.
It'll poison you, and then it'll say you've got the antidote.
So with Psalms 94 and 20, shall the throne of iniquity have fellowship with thee, which premise mischief by the Lord?
Mischief by our Lord. Esau's forcing you to do these things. So he threatened you with your job, he threatened you with your loss of benefits and your healthcare and things like this. He's really, because he really wants you to bow. He wants you to bow, man.
Yeah, that's right.
You know?
They got on the news, I remember, it was either here or the US, and they said you are a traitor to your country if you don't take your national security threat.
Man was saying you should die. You should die because you put everybody else through. Well, that's outrageous.
Bro, they were saying don't give them the breathing things, whatever, I can't remember what they're called. The respirators. Yeah, they're saying, alright, don't give respirators. Give them, I'm like, bro, you guys are crazy.
Jimmy Fallon? I think that geezer on his show, he was like, he basically was saying everyone would go, they were all clapping. You know?
It's like crazy bloodlust or something, man. That man really hated, man. Didn't want to risk their lives.
It became an idol.
Crazy.
He became an idol.
That's the thought police. Yeah, this.
That's the thing, but they're directly on TV to convince others to move the same way, to think that way about you. You know? I say Esau's trying him, bro.
The same people you were talking about in the Matrix. Any one of them could turn into an agent.
Yeah, that's it.
That's right.
A lot of people turn into agents that day.
I got a precept.
Yep.
Sirach chapter 12 verse 10. Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness.
Right, so you have to understand that when you're dealing with sort of white man who is Esau, right, who is the enemy of all mankind, right? Not even just Israel, all mankind is the enemy too, right? He got nothing good planned for you, man. When you left to his own devices, he will only do wickedly, only, right? So when he does, when he comes out with something like it sounds like he's trying to help, don't believe that. There's another motive at play that he ain't speaking of. And then if everyone does speak up against it, it's a conspiracy theory or they're crazy or something, you know?
I thought he was going to say something.
Oh, I got a precept. Luke chapter 12, verse 51. Suppose ye that I am come to give peace on earth. I tell you nay, but rather division. So that's that divided energy that you see in the earth. But even with the job shop, people were divided over that. You know what I'm saying? He ain't taking it. You know what I'm saying? People were divided over that. Grassing on people that were leaving their houses. You know, clapping for the NHS. That collective. Come on, man. That was some real. That was creepy as hell. Every Thursday night, everyone with the pots and pans. It was like, and it's showing you that it's becoming more Orwellian. Like it's becoming like if you don't bow the knee to the state, then pretty much you are an enemy of it. And they will come and hunt you down, but they'll get the people
Why
to
ain't they
shut
clapping?
you in. You see? Why ain't you clapping? Why ain't you clapping, mate? But that's the division.
They were telling neighbours, snitch on your neighbour if they're going out and they're
and we only need key workers. Right?
Oh,
You see?
Oh, you need key workers.
Key work, right?
If you're not key worker, you don't go work. It's getting you kind of the idea that only certain men work. Other men don't work. right? Everybody else is on well, what will be universal basic income or whatever.
Yeah,
Everybody else don't.
basically.
That's it, yeah.
You know, so there's a lot of foreshadowing what went on during that time period, man.
Yep.
You know, but I said that was like a test run of sorts
Yeah.
to what's
Yes.
going to be going on.
Including the fraud.
Oh yeah,
Fraud, that was a
Yeah.
that was a big thing. I remember just thinking about it. I was like, yeah, because it's like, well, last time you lot couldn't be trusted.
Yeah.
Right. So now we need to digitize everything, make sure that we know who is getting what money and when. You know.
I remember that Hancock guy, man.
Yeah.
He's such a slimy cunt.
Bounce back.
Yeah, the bounce back loads.
Dominic Cummings.
And they all under, and the thing is, no one's resurfacing that shit. They're hidden somewhere, just chilling, counting money, just. Oh.
Precept. Oh, you got one.
That's in Revelation chapter 12, verse 12. Therefore rejoice ye heaven, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. For the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time.
Right, so a lot of things have been speeding up, man. And like I said, you've had all these events taking place. There's a lot's happened in recent times. Let's be real about it. And like I say, Esau's pushing on. He ain't stopping, he's pushing on. He's relentless with it. You know, because like I say, he on a tight time scale, man. And he has to get things done before the Lord turns up, man. You know, well, obviously, inevitably, you know, it's going to be run according to prophecy. So he's going to get a certain amount done, you know, but then the Lord's going to turn up and fuck up his day.
He has to get it done because that's the only way we can keep moving to the next stage. He has to go beyond, far beyond what he's doing now. Just basically total depravity, total rage, and just try and take out the nation of Israel one last time. And the Lord's just going to step in, man, and deliver the elect.
But this is the futility of it, right? Esau automatically wins if he's able to get the elect to take them off.
We can't.
But he can't do that.
If it were possible.
If it were possible, right? So he can get bloody, you know, he can get 6 billion people chipped. That ain't no win. That's not the condition of the win. You can't, you ain't gonna win just because you got bare man chipped, right? Because the elect are going to be saved, they're going to be delivered, man. They'll be kept away from your evil hands, right? So therefore, you're gonna lose. You're always gonna lose.
You lose. Good day, sir.
Oh shit. Was it Charlie
Willy
John?
Wonka.
You lose.
Yeah.
Day, sir.
Yep.
And this is Job chapter 5 verse 11. To set up on high those that be low, that those which mourn may be exalted to safety. He disappointeth the devices of the crafty, so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise.
Yeah, and that's on their $1 bill. Newest Coeptus, Newest Order Securium, announcing the birth of our enterprise, new order, a new secular order, or new order of the ages. That's what they wanted to accomplish since, like brother was saying, since 1776, May 1st, this is what they want. This is what the whole, them coming over to the New World was all about, them accomplishing the New World Order. The Mazzini letters and all that, the 3 World Wars. This is all pre-planned, man. Because they basically mimic the Heavenly Father on the left-hand side. They think they can do what the Heavenly Father do and rewrite history, but in their false image, and that's why they want to merge man with machine. Because they think they can, you know, do what the Heavenly
Ultimately,
Father
they're being led by the Heavenly Father on the left-hand side.
That's what it is. And
Yeah.
they're jealous.
They're being led, so it's like it's not like they're doing anything that the Most High not expecting.
You know what I'm
You
saying?
know, the Most
all
High
that-
has got
yeah.
them doing what He wants them to
Exactly.
do, to lead them to where He wants them to be.
To fulfill His will.
That's right.
And they've been trying to get that blessing this whole time.
Yeah, they can't.
Babylonian captivity, they were there. You know, Haman, he was there. They were always there trying to put our downfall, man.
One way or another.
Antiochus,
Yeah,
you know, 70 AD, all of that.
But the game's fixed.
yeah. It's
The
getting
game's
fixed.
fixed.
It's always rigged.
You ain't meant to win.
It's rigged.
That's it.
He's going to establish his bounds.
That's it.
It says Israel shall do valiantly, right?
That's right.
So we was always going to win anyway.
I remember years ago, Scott, you was like the house always wins, and this is the Most High's house.
Exactly right. That's it.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah, man, it's rigged.
So there's nothing to do about that. You know, but this is why you're deemed as a fool, because you think you can somehow defeat these odds that were never in your favor ever.
Yeah, that's funny, you know. Like, he said the house always wins, and then odds are never in his favor. Because Caruso was basically like
gambling, trying everything. Spin,
Bear spin.
I'm gonna do this.
Yep.
And then
Lands on Israel
everything-
every time.
Well, it's like Doctor Strange,
Yeah.
when you're trying to find out a different outcome.
Yeah.
Stop Thanos from winning the war.
I do it, yeah. I wouldn't even say land on Israel all the time because he's been getting
he's
fucked up,
hitting.
innit?
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
hitting. He's getting intoxicated by
Yeah,
it.
he's hitting.
You know, he's getting intoxicated.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden,
Bigger.
It's like his spirit. He's like, yeah, man. I got this. I got that. I got my
he's
chip.
hitting
I
right
got
now.
my market of this. And then it just gets.
loving life.
That last bet,
Then that last all in,
that last bet all in.
that last all in, man, is gonna break it.
Back to zero, bro.
What does the
Got
scripture
hit
say?
with the Thanos.
This shall make a speedy riddance. You know what I mean? And Satan perform as lightning. You know what I mean? Like, it's
You're
like,
gonna lose everything, man.
it's gonna be one day.
Yeah, it says that.
That's a dude that's banked everything up.
In 1 hour,
I'm gonna,
in 1 hour,
and
he's gonna
that's
lose
it.
everything.
Yeah. In space of an hour.
You know what? That's actually because it's like the house will do that to you to
Yeah,
get you hooked, to get you comfortable.
Yeah, tea.
They'll let you. Yeah. Here's a free bottle of champagne.
You're on a real road today.
love
You're on a real road today, encouragement. Yeah.
Yeah.
The God is with you.
Remember, everything's all worked
stars.
out until it's not worked out.
That's it.
Yeah? You're just cooked. Yeah, it's broke.
Yeah.
Hebrews 12:16. Lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau, who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright.
Yeah, you're natural born gambler, man.
Yeah. You take it on for real. Yeah. Because like Cain knew the way of righteousness, but he gambled on his own team.
He's a chance taker, bro.
He take it.
You got to rate it some way, but it's dumb.
It's dumb. He was like, you know what? I mean, even though we was told what to do,
Yeah,
I'm
gonna
gonna
do
go
this.
that way. And then that bet didn't cash. It didn't cash.
Ain't cashing at all, bro.
Even Esau.
Man got mad about it. Like,
Yeah.
what the hell?
Even Esau. Well, this birthright, it ain't that deep. He was gambling,
Found the real value.
and then he gambled wrong. Dark. You know what I mean? Like,
Man didn't care to look into the value of it. Then you saw the real value.
That's-
and he's like, oh,
yeah.
that's the thing. Like that's what it is.
Yeah.
That's why even like you know when you get them jakes in Africa like spying a little pile of gold, and all of a sudden you got Edomites over there in the country like
yeah.
But they think it's just a wasteland, and then they find out it's got wealth, and it's like oh actually
And like,
we're bringing democracy as well. Like.
and like it's spiritual. Like in terms of Jacob had really like inside information, which is really the spirit. He's like, man, that birthright.
That's what I want.
I'm getting that. You know what I mean? And like,
That's worth something.
yeah. And guess
So I was
what?
like, where the meat at, man?
Yeah. And guess what? When the Lord comes, comes with his chariots and angels establishing the kingdom, that's when that bet is cashed in. But really, the Lord had set it up from the beginning. It's a rigged game.
The vision's for an appointed time.
Yeah, it's a rigged game.
And the Lord deals with that because he did it with Job.
Yeah.
Wages.
Yeah.
Well, that's even the vision's a key thing. Because that's really with Hollywood what Esau's trying to manipulate. It's his vision. He's got Independence Day. He's got his little movies where he gets the W, or he's trying to manifest it.
Yeah.
But then the reality of it is the true vision is really only for the elect.
And even what I always say is like it's not even a vision, it's an imagination. It's something that they've imagined within their mind. You know, it's not real. You know, a vision is something that's actually, it's set in stone. This is a figment of your imagination. You see, it's like you could sit there and say, think of Pokemon. Pokemon, I ain't seen no Pokemon. You're just taking a squirrel and then, let me do this or let me do that. It's not real. Right?
You ain't playing Pokemon Go up.
I'll go a quick precept. This is Proverbs 16 and verse 33. The lot is cast into the lap, but the whole disposing thereof is of the Lord. And in the NLT it says, we may throw a dice, but the Lord determines how they fall.
So chance don't really exist. It don't exist. All these odds don't really exist. The Most High is a manipulator of your chance, of your luck.
Yeah. In terms of Jacob, you know Jake, it's a rigged dice game, man. It's rigged.
Adrian Broner's
It's rigged, bro. It's rigged. Oh man, it's rigged.
The only thing that exists at the end of the day is the will of the Lord. Right? And that is certain. So there's no chance in here. You know what I'm saying? So you might think, 'cause on the ground here, it's like,
oh, well, there's a chance this could happen, there's a chance that could happen, and the odds is this and that. But ultimately, the Most High has decided the outcome.
The odds gonna go.
Yeah.
You just play it out.
Yeah. And we know that those odds are enough.
I mean, I didn't know Man United was on the news yesterday. Or today, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. I wish we covered it. I didn't know that.
There was a phone call made.
But the Most High knew what I was going to say. The Most High knew they were going to lose. I didn't know that.
But the angel got sent like 3 months ago to make that happen. Hey, fuck his knees up.
I pulled that 3-0 Arsenal, man, but I didn't bet, man.
You just never know. We don't know. Right? We don't know. So we don't, I don't have to bet them things there because I don't like losing money.
They lost me money every time, bro.
Yeah, go on.
Isaiah chapter 55, verse 11. So shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing whereto I sent it.
Right, and that's why we know for certainty, the things that are going to happen, how they're going to happen, where the Most High wants it to happen, because the Most High is in control. Right, so this is what gives us confidence, man, because it's not really down to what we think, it's just what the Most High's will is, where it's going to be. Right? So we're not worried about, but what if Esau does this, or what if he develops some new type of weapon? That ain't going to happen. We know it's not going to happen, it's not written.
And that's why the Lord said, don't be frightful, don't fear. Obviously, it's going to be hard times, people going to be bugging out. But these average people out here, they're really going to be losing their minds, like savage mode, acting like crazy monkeys in the street, fighting tooth and nail for the last loaf of bread on the shelf and all that. But because we got the upper hand, the foreknowing, and knowing what these are prophecies that the Lord said are going to happen, we ain't supposed to be like in that same mindset.
Wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy time.
We're supposed to be more stable in the mind and just be like, let the Lord do his thing because this needs to happen. That's a necessary evil.
That's right.
But at the end of the day, it's not going to touch the Lord's elect because we've done what we were supposed to do, the labouring of love. And the Lord said if you do the work, he's going to protect you in the end. So, my servants shall eat. So when these people out here starving, the Lord said that your servants are going to eat, they're going to be satiated, they're going to be okay.
Right.
That's why we have to have faith, man. And don't be fearful like these other, people out here are going to be bugging out.
Other one as well.
This is Job 5 and 12. He disappointed the devices of the crafty so that their hands cannot perform
Their enterprise.
their enterprise.
So we're only not going to succeed.
Yeah.
As much as the power he has and the influence, the wealth, the resources that he has, he's still not going to succeed. Even though he has the upper hand right now.
That's it.
Because the Most High is not going to allow him to complete what he's planning to do.
And the Lord said he's going to cut the time short anyway. Yeah, the ancient Babylonians, they were supposed to rule for a certain amount of time. And the Lord said he was going to cut the time short by a couple of years, and he did it.
It was even in the book of Malachi when he said, the Edomite said, "Oh, we're going to rebuild," and the Lord said, "Yeah, you should rebuild. I'm going to throw you down." So you're going to get all the way to this point and fail. Because the Most High don't want you to rule in the earth forever. There's no way.
Yeah, if he wanted you to continue if he wanted you to continue to rule, he'd let you rule.
Exactly.
But he said, "No, your time's up.
That's it.
My people are going to rule now. They're going to rule forever."
Well, he has on the back on the top of the pyramid, what Anuit Coeptus, enterprise is crowned with success.
Yeah.
She said, look, what did he say in Job?
I ain't favoring shit.
I ain't favoring shit. So that's his
You better talk to that he's Satan,
Yeah, that's it.
Satan,
Yeah, Psalms 2, it says there's got a fit. Took the words out of my mouth. Right?
Psalms 2 and 1. Why do the heathen rage and the people imagine a vain thing?
Hey, vanity. Because it's futile, man. It's like you're trying to do everything in your power to stay in power, but the Lord's already put you on a time clock where your shit, as soon as that hour comes, you're done. That's why the Lord said there's an hour and a day and a time. He's just going to pull the plug on you, man. And then when 1 hour, he's going to send them nukes. No matter what Trump does, he's not going to be able to avoid World War III.
And the Most High could do it in the day he wanted to, man.
Everything he's doing right now is just leading him more and more deeper down that rabbit hole where they're going to be in World War III. Because he's saying he wants peace, but then he's declaring to bring ground troops and all that. That's not peace. That's increasing the war.
The Lord even said he's going to take you out in an hour.
1 hour.
You're going to be in power during that moment in time, but the hour's going to come, and in that hour,
We ain't got no power no more.
Speedy riddance.
Yeah.
Speedy riddance, man.
It's just like happened to Babylon, man.
Yeah.
When the writing came on the wall, we're
Yeah.
in that same
Many,
thing.
many-
You've gone.
Circle fasting,
So
That's it.
the Lord's nothing to be played around with, man.
That's it.
You know?
was
Once you're out, get out. You know, that's it.
I got one. Daniel 2:45. For so much as thou sawest the stone was cut out of the mountain without hands, and it brake in pieces the iron, the brass, the clay, the silver, and the gold, the great Most High hath made known to the king what shall come to pass hereafter.
So this represents that there's no more rulership of the heathen.
That's it.
The heathen had their time and had their dominions and the rulerships and that, but now that's all done now. That's why Scripture say that the kingdom shall not be left to other people. It's not going to be left to the nations. This kingdom that's going to be set up is going to be an everlasting kingdom being ruled by Yahushua and the Israelites, man. His people.
Yeah, because in the start of that verse there, it says in the time of these kings, the Lord's going to set up his kingdom on earth. His people, you know.
It says, and the dream is certain, and the interpretation thereof sure.
Certain.
Yeah?
You know what that means? 100%. You know? No gray areas, no vagueness.
Yeah.
Right? And I was in a dream.
Yeah.
It was
That's what
in a
said,
dream,
the
and it was
inter-
certain.
And the interpretation
You know?
was sure.
That's it.
Like, it wasn't a matter of, actually, no, what it meant, it really was Esau.
Yeah.
Really, it was,
Yeah.
the
It could
iron
be
and
another
miry
way.
clay.
It could mean this. It could mean
Yeah.
that. No. This is what it means. This is what's going to happen. Right? And we're living through those errors now. Okay, we're now at the clay feet, clay and iron toes. You know, and this place is breaking down. Yeah. As it's supposed to. You know. Precept. Yeah. What's next?
This is Job 20:4. And knowest thou not this of old, since man was placed upon the earth, that the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite for a moment. Though his excellency mount up to the heavens, and his head reach unto the clouds, yet he shall perish forever like his own dog. They which have seen him shall say, where is he? He shall fly away as a dream, and shall not be found. Yea, he shall be chased away as a vision of the night. The eye which also saw him shall see him no more, neither shall his place behold him. So in terms of Esau, man, like really, in the grand schemes of eternity, man, this is a really short time. Like, this is a very short period of time he's ruled.
Half a millennium.
You know what I mean? And it's like even when his so-called, his so-called plans, it's really down to the Lord. But when his so-called NWA agenda comes to pass to a certain point, bro, he's not even getting. It's gonna be like it's not even gonna be a millisecond. Like in the scheme of like time, it's not even gonna be a second. Like, so really, he's done. You know what I mean?
Footnote in history, bro.
That's it.
Yeah, man. If you finish, so is he done? Like you're just done.
Did you get going?
Yeah. You know. So we has no hope. And then it says his place shall no longer behold him. Because guess what, bro? His land, whatever like inheritance he does have with his land, it ain't going to. You know what I mean? He's going to Judah.
That's right.
It's funny, man. Well, this guy's literally going to be slavery like in his own land. Oh, this is my land. This is Edom, is mine. Nah.
Shut up, nigga. Give me the cave.
No, bro, this is mine. This is mine. Look, if you go back. Listen, man. Slavery.
Hey, I got you.
Charge
Remember that birthright? Sold it.
You sold it. You sold it. I
Sold it. It's mine now.
You know the funniest thing, all of the double speak and the swerving, all of that's not gonna matter. Like now you question Edom about something and he'll just try and give you like a politician's answer around it. All of that is just gonna be.
He might not going to do too much talking in the kingdom.
Yeah,
anyway.
nah, innit? Just the basic Hebrews.
Can't.
Yeah.
Other one.
Ain't gonna be enough. I'm
Vocabulary.
gonna say no. It's gonna be a con machine. That's all. Otherwise, you're gonna talk to this rod. Bash their heads in.
I think what they're gonna know is Khan. Sorry. Salat. Khan is Salat. That's what they need to know. Khan is
That's all you're saying until you're like 10, 13 years old. Like, you don't need nothing else.
Can't other one, select other one.
Especially these bacon at Brits. You know when they go into slavery, man, it's gonna be funny, man.
Oh, mate, can't do it. Can't.
Union, mate.
Union with my scepter.
Isaiah, God, Isaiah 45:17. But Israel shall be saved in the Lord with an everlasting salvation. He shall not be ashamed nor confounded, world without end. I'm
That
reading the
word
NLT
world
as well.
there,
And
that
it
word
says,
world there is talking about age. It's not talking about the cosmos or the actual whole world itself. It's talking about a time period. In the Hebrews,
Everlasting
oh, it says it.
which means a perpetual time of rulership. And in the Greek, it's aeon, which means the same thing basically.
But if you ask Nate, he'll tell you, man, that'll go on for a little while, and then Magog is gonna come out from nowhere.
Nate would just say that's the whole world. That just means the whole world.
That's dumb.
I'm reading the NLT book. It's the NLT, Isaiah 45:17. It says, but the Lord will save the people of Israel with eternal salvation throughout everlasting ages. They will never again be humiliated and disgraced.
Never again.
Never again.
So Magog ain't gonna do shit.
Yeah.
We're not gonna go into captivity again. Okay, the Lord is not gonna punish us in sight of the nations no more.
After a
Won't
thousand
need
years.
to.
Yeah.
Because once Esau goes down, that's it.
That's it, man.
He ain't like, he's not in power because of him. So it ain't like he's a threat because of him.
Yeah.
He's only a threat because he got blessed with the sword.
You know, people acting like Esau some superior god, like he can always bounce back. He's not coming back into power, bro. Once he goes, he's gone, man. That's it.
Job said, among the bushes they brayed,
Yeah,
man.
man. The cave monkeys, man.
Cave monkeys, man.
They ain't coming back into no damn power, man. This ain't no
Cave crab.
Khazarian Part 2 empire, man. Coming out of the caves back into rulership. And then there's the Moors that put them back into society, civilize them and all that. We ain't going to do that. We're going to civilize them with the rod of iron. That's what the brother was saying. We're going to hit them with the rod of iron on their heads, man. Dash their little children to pieces, man.
Man's acting like these guys gonna go in the cage and have a guy with
Make a plan, yeah.
computer and the laboratory.
They think it's Iron Man. You remember Iron Man, Iron Man 1? Where he's in the cave.
Making iron.
The other ones, he's got a couple of pebbles and it turns into a suit. And he's got rocket launchers. That's not happening.
Back cave utility belt.
Yeah, innit? Yeah, he's gonna have a...
Back cave.
Well, it's Elon Musk, innit? Because he thinks he's
Yeah.
Stark, innit? So he's going to be in the caves creating a little weapon and all that.
He ain't got a Christmas start, man.
Fucking, that guy's going to be in torture mode in the kingdom, man.
That's it.
Elon Musk.
Brother's got spiritual power.
But Robert Downey Jr. is way smarter than him.
Yeah, that's it.
Esau's done.
So it's free, man. Once he goes down, that's it. He's nothing superior or benevolent about these devils. They're just another being on the earth that the Lord gave power, man. And he's taking that power away from him, man.
It's good to say the Most High sets up the nations, man. He puts them in power. So he gives them some type of advantage over another kingdom, man. It's always been this way.
He had greater kingdoms than America. You had Babylonian and all that. Yeah, first Babylon was greater than America.
That's why he was there to go.
Yeah.
You know?
You're the bottom, you're the basis, you're the feet. So how's your empire going to just thrive forever and ever? Esau's just always going to stay in power? No, man. That's that white supremacy shit.
He got spirit
You gotta
IQ.
get that Stockholm syndrome out of your mind, man.
How does Edom beat people that are immortal?
Exactly. Can't be a god. You beat a god, yeah.
You have Frank Ocean sing a song. What's a God to a non-believer? I will show you.
No church in the world.
That's it. This is, Psalm 75 and 6. 6 says, for promotion cometh neither from the east, nor from the west, nor from the south, but the Most High is the judge. He putteth down one and setteth up another.
Okay, so that's what he laid out in Daniel. He laid out, look, these are the kingdoms I'm going to put in place, right? Because these, they're part of our punishment, to be honest.
Yeah.
Right? These other nations being put over because really it should have been us. Right? But obviously this is the Most High's plays, his movie, so this is how it's going to play.
Hey, you know them ones when you go Elamite in a position of power over you, man, and just looking at them. That's punishment, man. That's hell.
Well, we said earlier, humiliation. We're not humiliating anymore. These are humiliating things. Because as great as we are, we don't benefit from nothing. So we got people that are less than us telling us what to do. You know? And this is why, in the book, book of Ezra and things like that, we're looking at these heathens like, these men are fucking trash.
Yeah, Ezra said, how long shall
but they're
this
still doing
endure?
better than us. Yeah. And that's how we all feel, man, because we're all fucking tired of this place, man.
Yeah.
You know, having to deal with the same fucking bullshit over and over again for a reason when we know this place is going to be destroyed. If it wasn't for the fact that we had to, you know, the Lord's put us in a position to work for our bread and stuff like that, we wouldn't be fucking doing nothing here. You know what I mean? But we got to go work and do this for you, so fucking file your taxes, fucking get your license, and all these things. You got to jump through so much fucking hoops just to fucking operate in this place, man.
Yeah.
I'm tired.
Verse 8 says, "For in the hand of Yahweh there is a cup, and the wine is red. It is full of mixture, and he poureth out of the same. But the dregs thereof, all the wicked of the earth shall wring them out and drink."
Slavery, man. We have to drink the dregs. Esau, you're gonna drink the
Esau
dregs,
fully
man.
thinks he deserves a happy ending, bro.
Yeah.
One more.
Like, how is it possible after all the wickedness that you got? How do you deserve a happy ending? You're not even the chosen of the Lord. We dropped the cup.
Yeah,
They gave you a job, huh? English, huh? Come on, man.
They built roads.
Yeah.
You're gonna build fucking roads.
Paved with gold.
Yep. Got another one. On that it says Jeremiah 49:12. "For thus saith Yahweh, behold, they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup have assuredly drunk."
That's us, the children of Israel. Because we're meant to be the righteous on the earth. We're the Lord's chosen people, but we fucked up. And that's something that we've got to acknowledge, right? To understand our plight here, why we're here in the first place. You know, that's part of the requirements of coming back to the Lord, to acknowledge your own sins and the sins of our forefathers.
Yeah.
You know, so that's something the elect, the elect do. Right? The rest of our people are not concerned about all of that.
That's the
You know?
reconciliation, isn't it?
That's right.
That's why the second covenant is only for the children of Israel. There are no other nation can get involved with that. Because we're the only ones that went off, and we have to be reconciled back to the Heavenly Father through the slaying of our Lord and Savior Yahweh Shai. He spilled his blood for his people, man. That was the prophecy. He's going to save his people from their sins. He didn't say the whole world, the whole earth. He's not talking about all nations on the earth. He's talking about the nation of Israel.
It says, "And art thou he that shall altogether go unpunished? Thou shalt not go unpunished, but thou shalt surely drink of it."
So do you think you're going to get away when the Lord's children didn't get away? No, punishment for sin is punishment, man. You're going to get punished for doing wickedness. You know? And you've done it more than most. All right? And so you're going to have to drink that cup as well, but you're going to stay down. The only thing, the difference between us and you is that we've been given mercy.
Yeah.
That's all it really comes down to.
Quick precept, this is James 2:13. "For he shall have judgment without mercy, that have showed no mercy, and mercy rejoiceth against judgment."
It makes me think about the parable of the rich man. It's about when he was in, being comforted, and how he was open to get him to dip his finger in the water and all that. He ain't gonna get no mercy, man.
He was in Lazarus'
Abraham's
Verses
bosom.
10.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
And
Yes.
and that parable just shows you, man, in the kingdom, man, you're going to be suffering, man. And there ain't going to be no letdown. You know, no one's going to let you, have mercy on you in any way, shape, or form. Right? You're going to catch it raw.
The way that he's gotten used to these heathen nations revering him, that ends here.
Hand it to him and all that
You
kind
know.
of bullshit. Everyone's going to fucking hate you, man. Everyone's going to hate you in the kingdom.
All the nations. The scripture says, "He shall pour his anger upon. I'll lay my vengeance upon Esau by the hand of my people Jacob." Man. So you know now that you remember that time? I think it was lockdown. Remember all the riots? You know the protests were
I remember it was.
No.
Threw the Edomite on his back.
Yeah,
Carried him.
you
Yeah,
remember
I
that, Jake? That picked up that. Remember, there was an Edomite that got knocked out Canaanite, and then the nigga went and picked him up. And it was a picture of revolution, like, you see? Nah.
I ain't with that.
Nah.
That don't represent me.
That's like touching a pig.
Yeah.
Now, fuck that.
A bacon on the shoulder, done that.
And that guy's probably voting reform.
Yeah.
Hey, the scripture says no to who you do good to. It does say that, man. You don't tell anybody. This guy's a damn fucking Edomite, bro. You know what I mean? Your enemy of your forefathers and you.
That's why it says, about the enemy, Sirach 12. Because if that guy would have, it's a serpent, man. You would have healed the viper, cobra, whatever, nursed it to health, and then it bit
Bite.
you, and you be there like, yo,
Why you
I
bite
said,
me?
how could you? He's like, I'm a snake, my friend. Like, that's what I do.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Precept? Isaiah chapter 14, verse 16. They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble?
They're gonna look at you with disdain,
That's it.
right? Because you really fucked up the whole place, man, and everybody suffered because of you. This whole judgment that's come down on the whole earth is because of you. A lot of it. Even though these nations have done wickedness as well and going to be judged also, but you've made everything worse in the earth for them. You've got them adopting immoral ways of living and shit that they weren't involved in before. And like I said, this has always been done doing bullshit, but Esau's made the shit worse. You know?
Giving them strong drink.
Yeah.
I got that.
Made them drunk.
Yep. Let's go and finish it off.
It says, that made the earth to tremble, that did shake kingdoms, that made the world as a wilderness, and destroyed the cities thereof, that opened not the house of his prisoners. That's right. You know, keep going on to read it.
Yeah, you want to break it down? Yeah.
All the kings of the nations, even all of them, lie in glory, everyone in his own house. For thou art cast out of thy grave like an abominable branch, and as the raiment of those that are slain, thrust through with a sword, that go down to the stones of the pit as a carcass trodden under feet. Basically, Esau is never going to be renowned. Esau's going to be he's the basis of men, you know, the lowest of the low, and all the heathen nations, they're going to see that it's going to be known, man, you know, and then everything that veneer that the brother said that all the heathen nations look up to him, that's all going to be gone. Now they're going to know what he really is, you know,
Piece of shit.
and they're going to look up to who it really is, which is Jake, you know. That's in Isaiah the second chapter.
Exactly.
Funny, even now it's like you go online, it's like you'll see Elam getting corned online everywhere.
Yeah.
Where they say, oh, these guys eat food off the floor, they do this, they do. I'm like, that you think it's like it's a legendary. But then like that court, that's not even a fraction of what Esau's going to be getting. You have to consider it's like, and Elam's going to be corning them.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
it's ironic. Because I read this Habakkuk 2 and 15, it says, woe unto him that giveth his neighbor drink, that puttest thy bottle to him, and makest him drunk, and also that thou mayest look on their nakedness.
Right, it's got man changing their genders and shit.
Yeah.
You know? But like Esau's technology, they wouldn't have to do all that shit. You know what I mean? They might have been dress up as, you know, opposite sexes and shit, but they couldn't fucking change the plumbing. Well, it's not really, that's inaccurate. They can't really change the plumbing. It doesn't actually work.
Yeah, they can
You know, just change how it looks.
Yeah, mutilate.
Yeah.
It's self-harm.
On a whole different level where
But this is these jokes, right? Because they'll look down on people that want to get circumcised and things like that. But
Yeah.
you can do that.
That's a good point. Yeah.
That's crazy, bro.
That's a good point.
That's crazy, man.
And you'll have laws.
Because circumcision is holy, it's righteous.
Yeah.
But you can't do that though. They look down upon that.
Yeah.
Make it difficult for you to do that.
That's a good point. Because you know how many times, like, like doctors and they're trying to push this new knowledge on rape circumcision is harmful. But let your kid grow up and say, I want to be a woman.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, come.
They'll chop the whole
Come
thing.
through.
And they'll help and support you.
Yeah.
You know, five-year-olds
Yeah.
doing madness, bro.
They're giving them pills to block hormones.
Yeah.
And they have laws like saying if you're under 16, you can't possibly even like consensually do any sort of sexual activity, but you can change the whole organs, your internal organs at 5 years old. You could just wake up and say, yeah, you know what? I don't want my man to be passed. I just wanna.
But he calls it progress.
Yeah.
That's progress. Because I hate, you know, when people say, oh, but, you know, they're backwards. It's like, nah, bro, you're the backwards. You know.
They had a Ghanaian minister on recently, and he's talking about how basically no one in Ghana, he's talking about stoning people, and they put a law in place where if you get found to stone someone, you basically get put in trouble or something like that.
What like on the freaks and
Yeah, they basically don't want to. They don't want to kill homos no more. They want to.
Yeah, it was a way to deter people from
no
killing
more
them.
stoning.
But they was
arrest them.
people were saying like, why don't you just outlaw, like, why don't you incorporate homosexuality? They said, listen, the culture of the people in that land, you can't incorporate that. And they saying, oh, you know, it's back. It's like, Nick, we ain't looking at. We don't want to see two. And the funny thing is, in Africa, I'll say Africa as a whole, two men holding hands is very normal. It's a show of like
Friendship.
Camaraderie.
camaraderie. Like, it's not deemed gay. So that really shows you that where their minds are going, if two men can walk around holding hands and they're just friends, when you tell them that, there's two men fucking each other, they're gonna grab those two men holding hands and grab stones and dash it at people. It really shows you like it ain't a discomfort with masculinity. It's just that's off. There's something wrong with that.
You know, with Edomites thinking that the position of power, he was getting interviewed by a random Edomite journalist, and then he was like, "But why can't you accept this into your culture?" And he's like, "Because that's your culture, it's not ours." He's like, but why can't it be your culture? Like, because Edomites got that mentality of, but what we think is right should just be normal to you. It should just
White supremacy.
Arrogant.
And it's just normal. And he thought it was
Because it has to be their culture. It can't be like, because if we try to impose their culture onto them, like, nah, I ain't gonna do all that.
Esau's a fucking him.
But Esau wants you to be like him.
They do that to the Arabs. They say, they with Sharia law.
Come over here,
they're having to take over. They're taking over our lot. Yeah, exactly. Like, anytime you try to do the opposite, they do the opposite to everyone all the time.
Yeah.
They force it down your throat, man. They advertise it for you. They give you TV programs. They make you swallow that pill, man. Yeah. Like, you ain't got a choice.
Force it down the throat, swallow the
But it's true, even with the Arabs, if they get one of them, then they use algorithms to push that so hard, like, because you got a few of them that they get to, and then they will make sure that you see it visibly, bro, because they're trying to make sure
I mean, these things, it wouldn't that be classified as like incitement? If they're trying to push a constant algorithm just to get you mad about something, that's incitement. It's incitement.
Yeah.
That's illegal.
So I was at my nan, she had BBC News on, and they were into, obviously, after the Americans left, Afghanistan, obviously the old powers came back in power. And then it was like, it's been 5 years, and girls can't go to school, and then the guy was like, look, man, you basically, like, is that all you caring about? Because let's be real, when America was over, they were killing the girls. They were dropping bombs on the girls and the women.
and then calling them insurgents.
Yep.
The hiding schools.
Oh, Iran. That's a good example.
What was it? Iran. The first strike man did was little girls' school, bro.
Triple tap.
We're trying to demoralize them. Bro, man made it a tactic. I was like, bro, it's like, in reality, it's just whatever is to their benefit. They'll skew it any which way, man.
I got a preset.
I got one as well.
First Maccabees 1:41.
Okay, that's what I had as well.
Yeah, moreover, King Antiochus wrote to his whole kingdom that all should be one people, and everyone should leave his laws. So all the heathen agreed according to the commandment of the king.
Right, he wants you to conform to his ways, because he deems his ways better. That's what it is. But his ways are the ways of wickedness. But that's the whole point with Esau, Satan. They're just trying to corrupt you, man, into doing wickedness.
Yeah, he just wants everyone to be gay. And just transgress the Lord.
And I don't want to live in a world like that. No,
bro.
I don't want to live in a world like that, man.
There was I can't even remember who it was, bro, but it was like someone was talking about some girl online getting interviewed, and then she says like, oh yeah, really, it's like, my son was 5 and he wanted to play with like trucks or whatever, and I was like, damn, I really hope he grows up to be gay or whatever.
Yeah, I see that.
And I was just like, bro, it's like this is how bugged it is. It's like now it's like, if you don't like, you're thinking, damn. It's like if he's just a regular guy, then no, I'm like, what? I was like, bro, you realize like 99.9% of people on the face of the earth are just regular, like, they conform to the
that's
normal
like wishing, like, hoping, when my son's born or whatever, he grows up having autism. I mean, on one hand,
It's in
it
the
might
same
work.
vein.
On one hand, they might be super intelligent on some things, but other times, it's not really helpful like that. You know what I mean? Like, being the flamer is not productive, man. It's really not
It's
helpful.
not even like, it's like, I hope he grows up big and strong. It's like, he's big and strong, there's something he can do.
Bro, and like, them freaks are so violent, man.
They're violent,
They got some untempered rage, bro.
It's like they're allowed to get away with like behaviours that if a regular dude's doing that, then everyone's like, cops are getting called. Like, you know what then, mate? Like, bro, it's like the flamers are doing it. They're just like, oh, he's so, he's just
Expressing
he's
himself.
expressing it, innit?
Women always say, they'll be like, those moles are they're mean. It's like that, it's because they got demons on them. They ain't right, man. What?
The faggots will shake the shit out of me. It's so violent, bro.
In the skirt as well.
Don't misgender me.
He said, hey, you remember that guy that smashed up the game show?
Yeah. So he's been so violent, bro. Shit, like, imagine there's people who call us violent. Because we got the Bible. But them niggas, if you been misjudged, these niggas 6'9". You're 6'5".
There was one of that meat
Yeah.
Jake in the breast, bro, where it's like, bro, you thumped the guy out. I was like, damn. I was like, that's hell. He's like,
Women are like that as well. They're the worst.
Yeah.
You'll see like they'll be putting hands on men, and it's like, bro, you like, why would you even?
It's on temperate
like,
age.
yeah, like you gotta control yourself. You know.
I don't know what you're doing, but.
I got a quick one. Romans 12:2 says, and be not conformed to this world, but be ye be not conformed to this world.
And whose world is it right now? Esau's world, man. Esau's been given power over the earth. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked, no? This is his world. And he wants you to be like how he wants you to be in his world. Okay, but like we say, we run it through all day, man. It's just evil wickedness, man. You know? Yep.
But be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that you may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of the Most High.
So what he's saying is really you need to go back. Go back to the right ways. Because we left off the right ways, right? You need to go back to the right ways. Right? So there's nothing archaic about these scriptures, man. Right? The laws and the things that are in it are for forever. They're eternal.
They're applicable to the modern day.
That's right. Right? Because when you do wickedness, when you put your hand forth into all these new radical ideas and shit, destruction comes, man. The world before the flood, they found out. And the Lord sent that flood, man. They found out, man. Wickedness is not productive. Right? So you're better off just going back to the right ways and living by the righteous standards, man. And then you'll be safe. You'll be cool.
The triumphing of the wicked is sure.
Yep.
I got something. Romans 1:25. Who changed the truth of the Most High into a lie, and worshipped and served the creature more than the Creator?
Yeah, that was doing what man says. You know, what Esau says. You know, man will change up the whole church system and say, famous can join too. Yeah, women can be pastors as well. What the fuck? What are we talking about here? What woman has any idea of the spirit? All they got is a bunch of emotions, man. They don't know prophecy. You know, they're not about upholding the law. They're too squeamish. You know what I mean? No, someone to death. That's brutal. That's brutal.
It was Destiny's Child, man. It's just emotions. Bro, anything, bro. It's like when you get in crisis situations, it's like you see with female cops a lot. They'll have like someone gets violent or whatever, then start bugging out.
Or even when you see people fighting on the street, you're always gonna hear what? Screams in the background.
Stop it! Oh yeah, it's so disorientating.
You're not even there.
What the hell, bro?
You don't even know where two guys fighting.
And it's weird. That's just a natural reaction for them to have.
Yeah.
A man don't do that. Man's like, he's on edge. You know what I mean? He's ready for something. He's like, women just bug out.
Which makes me think of the law, you know, about the posh. And now where it says if she doesn't scream out. I mean, you was with it. Because your natural is to scream and to be like, yo, what's going on? So you're not screaming
Because the scream is help.
Yeah.
That's what the scream's for.
Yeah.
Like they want attention, they need attention, someone to do something. Because they're not capable of doing it themselves. That's the difference. Because they're the weaker vessel of this world. By default. The scriptures say they're the weaker vessel. So there's order and hierarchy the Most High have already established, but they don't even respect that. They don't respect the order of the church. That's why they want to be up in the church. Oh, why can only man do that? Well, it's because the Lord said so. That's right. It's not because typically a man says, oh, you can't do that just because the man don't want you to be there. It's not really nothing to do with that. The Lord said so. Right? And then you're just trying to violate now. Right? Because you're going against the order.
I've got more. It says, who is blessed forever, amen. For this cause the Most High gave them up unto vile affections. For even their women did change their natural use into that which is against nature.
It's vile. It's both, like, you know, because in this world, it's like you got men who are gay and lesbians are all right. No, they're both wicked. You know, like like in music culture, girls kissing girls and no.
Britney and Madonna. That was I think one of the first big ones. Where it was a big cultural event for them doing it.
Yeah, because you know it's funny, like it's like especially like Benjamin, like when it comes to Batty Man, but Batty Man, but It'll be a dyke, two dykes. No, they both got to go too. Like, nah, it ain't just the geezers. Both of them got to go. You know?
It's all perversion at the end of the day.
Them Benjamin women, there's a lot of them that are that.
Yeah, bro, it's common, bro. It's a trend, bro. A lot of women have had a lesbian experience.
Because he sort of tells you just to give into your lust. But what they are is really demons. That you're meant to be fighting. And if that means that if you feel yourself like that you're attracted to the same sex or whatever, you're meant to be fighting it the whole fucking life, man. And go for your life celibate or whatever the fuck you need to do. And die on that hill, man. Die a righteous life, because you didn't give in to those dark desires, man.
Dark desires.
Dark, man. That's just too dark. That's a phantom zone, man. That's the abyss, blood, man.
You got that the show Sandman. It's all about a demon. There's a demon called Desire.
Okay.
He basically he's androgynous. Yeah, his name's Desire. He's a demon of lust. But the Most High controls both sides. So he actually puts them demons on people.
Yeah, he gives
You know
you
what I'm saying? So they've been given over to that vile affection.
Young Pharaoh.
Oh, dude,
Bro,
that guy.
that shit was scary, bro.
That shit's nasty.
Bro, he used to be more, the black man, Africa, all that shit. He's coming against the Israelites, and now he got a stripper pole.
But the thing is, he's still about the black man on this because he's flipping
He's
what
definitely
Jake
about the
is. No, what I'm saying. He's meant to still represent those things, but now he's complete.
That's what happens.
So now he's flipping what Jake even aspired to in those circles. So Jake is going to become more like him and think that's okay.
But that's what happens when you deal with them different vain philosophies. Like Kemet, Egyptology shit.
I've got
It's all faggotry, man.
Back to what? John 8:44. Ye are of your father the devil, and the lust of your father ye will do. He was a murderer from the beginning, and abode not in the truth. Because there is no truth in him, when he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own. For he is a liar and the father of it.
Yeah, Esau's the one that came up with that stupid Kemet and Egyptology and gave it to you niggas thinking that you got something to hold on to. And now you got an example, like even Saturn Suit and Seti, all them guys, man, Saturn Suit and Seti, the other guy that used to have the fucking the hairpiece on his head. They're all fruit bandits, man. Like
Shaka Amos.
Yeah, Shaka Amos. That guy been fruity, man. Come on. Shaka Anus, as the Bible said. Them guys been fruity, man. That's why you can't deal with anything outside of the scriptures. You start doing freakism and start getting into that mad sexual depravity, man. And look what happened to Polite. Polite decided to rape his own fucking.
Like a man's already dealing with the mum, and then you pop her daughter as well.
It's sick, man.
That's a nasty nigga, man.
I think another guy, what was it? I don't know if it's Pharaoh, but he said he used to let his children play with his brother.
That's
Nature Boy.
He said, I didn't want to say what he said. But guess what? That's Egypt though. No,
that's Egyptology.
But let's be honest though. They are being Egyptians. That's what they happen in Egypt.
That's what happened.
Like,
them niggas won't think about onions and leeks now has a different meaning, you know what I mean? Onions and leeks. And a leek, should I say.
Yeah. Because, people think...
Cucumbers.
Because people think ancient like Egypt. Like a guy like Nas like drop a lick, ancient mathematics and all that. Bro, they was off, bro. Bro, you know they had festivals in Egypt, where all the regal noble will go into the nap and just bust.
Diddy party.
They'll have a Diddy party like in and out.
You know, they used to pop crocodiles as well.
Yeah, they used to pop crocodiles.
Yeah, they got the phallic. They got the big phallic symbol. They got the big phallic symbol. That's a big penis, man. They actually worship the man's penis in Egypt.
Bro, even some historians say.
That's dangerous as hell anyway, right?
They probably sedated it.
Slumped it.
Bro, how does a crocodile get you up? You're mad.
It's not a pretty creature, I'll tell you that.
Well, even if there was a pretty creature, you see.
That's crazy. That's mad. Heathens.
That's Egypt for you. The Lord said, follow not the way of the heathen, man.
That's right. That's right.
When we came out of Egypt, he said, don't take that into the land. Don't come with all that heathenistic shit. Don't follow, you know. That's why he gave us the laws, man.
Yeah.
A lot of the nations got them children sacrifice laws. A lot of them. Like,
Yeah,
Babylon
that's
as well.
nice. Wisdom, man.
Can we read that?
This is Leviticus chapter 18, verse 3 in the NLT. So do not act like the people in Egypt, where you used to live, or like the people of Canaan, where I'm taking you. You must not imitate their way of life.
That's right. That's right, man.
They're
'Cause we
doing
got our
all
own
that
way.
back, yeah.
We're a holy people, a separate people,
Yeah.
given laws such commands by the Heavenly Father, man.
It's wisdom, man.
They was heavy into that batty boy shit and
Heavy, bro.
heavy
Bestiality.
adultery, all of that, man.
You know, but I say he also wants you to conform to his ways. No, no, your ways ain't right.
Yeah.
You know.
2 Peter chapter 2 verse 6, and turning the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah into ashes, condemn them with an overthrow, making them an ensample unto those that after should live ungodly.
It's like Esau knows the stories. He's supposed to be an expert, right?
He embraces it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a rebellious spirit. So he's gonna be like, fuck it.
He's doing
Roll
it.
the dice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That ain't gonna happen again. I'm gonna make sure it don't happen again. Because I'm gonna build up all my technology. I'm gonna get my laser weapons, and I'm still gonna beef it out with the Lord. Fuck it. Because you're an idiot. The same thing's gonna happen to you as happened to Sodom and Gomorrah. Man.
And people don't follow examples, man.
No, it's hard to hear it, bro.
Even you know, it's interesting. You know, Pompeii.
Yeah.
They found like
Remains in
graffiti, on the wall
Yeah.
that said Sodom and Gomorrah.
Oh yeah.
And it's actually in the histories, and basically it was they speculate that it was written by a Christian, which is Jake community that used to live there. So when that judgment happened, they knew that was because of the wickedness they were doing.
Yeah.
You know, so it was actually written, inscribed, like this was Sodom and Gomorrah, because they were doing the same shit back then.
Pompeii.
Like Pompeii is known to have like hella symbols of rods around the city.
Animals and shit like that.
But, you know, I think in history it says that some people got kissed, like, and you know, like when you get melted with lava and you get like, and some people just got melted and crystallized in their fucking
Even you remember on that there was information. They found so-called skeletons where the brain turned to glass.
Yeah.
That shit the pineal definitely got melted. Everything was melted, bro.
That's beautiful.
So it just shows you, man. So if that's what happened to Sodom, Pompeii, then Babylon is cooked. That's why it's the whole land mass, bro. There ain't gonna be no city for 5 cities. No, the whole land gotta go.
And delivered just Lot, vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked, for that righteous man dwelling among them.
Yeah, vexed with a filthy conversation. Remember, they tried to deal with the angels. And they say like, look, man, because you ain't bring them out, we're gonna do to you and worse. And they got smitten with blindness, and they was like, look, man, I'm trying to find the door. How you blind and horny? What the fuck? Demons, bro.
Where are those men? The thing is, not actually trying to offer up his daughter. That lets you know, for all you feminists out there, you gonna have a problem with that. What you mean? Lot actually offered up his daughters, because guess what? Them men were guests. He had to protect them. You know what I mean? So Lot said, look, man, just my daughters. He was like, no, where are those men?
Yeah.
They were after the men. That's how burned in them dark desires.
Bro,
They were.
I think the scripture says men from every quarter.
Every quarter.
Old
like,
and young.
Like you see in the Pride March.
Yeah.
You got the rainbow flags, you got the little kids, you got the piggy bank and everything. Every old and young.
Old and young. Got smitten with blindness, bro. And we're still on it.
We ain't never seen no man like that. Thank you. Save this little guy off, man. For everyone, like, that's fucking crazy.
Crazy, bro.
The majesty of the Lord entered into Sodom and Gomorrah, and they got hard. Man.
But just on that note, right? Obviously, like you mentioned, yeah, the feminists out there are gonna get upset about the whole situation that occurred, right? But imagine this, right? If he didn't do that, they said they were gonna come in and do worse anyway. But if he could have appeased them any type of way, that's what he tried to do, right? Logically, it's wise. You know, logically, because otherwise everyone was gonna get done in and dead in and all that kind of stuff. So you know, you see how you want to see it, but that was probably the best people have done at that time.
Like they pressed upon the house. It was intent. You talk about dark intent. They was bro. They had. You know what I mean? Well, guess what? And as well, that scripture where it says, Abraham prayed for the it wasn't saying that he prayed for them to repent or what. No, he was praying for his family member that was dead.
That's why the numbers keep going down.
Yeah, like 50.
Yeah. Because what was in his mind? Because he knew there was no righteous men in that city. He knew that wasn't the case. But he knew Lot was there. It's like, what's there, bro? You know what I mean? Nephew is like it. You know? So it's like, I want him to be saved. So man was like, there's one in the city or whatever.
And then, and after it was concluded, you know what?
I'm gonna fuck this up anyway, but Lot's gonna come out.
Lot pack his bags. You know? Got to pack his bags and go. And just did. Well, no, actually, no, not even pack his bags. Because he just went straight. He said, don't, because his wife looked back. His wife looked back. He just said, keep going. And guess what? His lady looked back. And she became a pillar of salt. That's still there. You know?
Back in the ancient world, looking after your guests was extremely important. You know, any guests that will come to sojourn and come and lodge in your house, you have to take care of them. That's how important it is. So for not to do that, that's gonna hurt a lot of you guys with, you know what I'm saying? You get your feelings hurt about, you know what I'm saying? And even the natural use, like the women and the man, that shows you the levels even off that scripture alone.
There's a lot of things about bloodlines and stuff like that. You don't know who you're going to be entertaining, kind of thing. Like that person might be important. His bloodline might be important, bro.
Exactly.
You know, if that man dies or something happens to him, maybe that bloodline doesn't go on no more. You don't really know, right? But it's important to keep these family lines going. You know, a woman doesn't have that kind of position.
No.
You know, so what happens to them is a small price to pay in that way. You know.
Got precept. This is Amos chapter 9 and verse 8. Behold, the eyes of the Lord power are upon the sinful kingdom, and I will destroy it from off the face of the earth, saving that I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob, saith the Lord. Yeah, but that sinful kingdom today in America, man. You know, Babylon, you know, that place of confusion where we're seeing all the same wicked acts as Sodom and Gomorrah, Babylon, you know, all these ancient kingdoms is happening today. So the Lord's going to bring that judgment, but even worse this time. You know, that's what's coming.
Like in America as well, like when we read about all of these ancient kingdoms, they all got destroyed for their wickedness, but like America carries the spirit of all of them.
So if you ask an American now, like, does America really more represents Sodom and Gomorrah, or does it represent like the kingdom of heaven type thing, or like a proper nation? They don't lie to themselves. But you can only come to one conclusion. It more resembles Sodom and Gomorrah than anything else.
In Vegas, they got in Vegas, bro. They got certain cities, but they got certain sections of Vegas where you can go see a Sphinx. You got a replica of the tower, the Eiffel Tower. You got like you got everything in there, like everything.
It's like the man that begging for destruction. You know what I mean?
And you know what's spiritual? Like if you look at like Babylon's map and names of towns, a lot of ancient kingdom names is in like named after certain cities. So there's a place in like America, I believe it's Texas called
Shalom.
Memphis as well, I think. Memphis, Edom as well. Cairo. Even what's it called? Assyria. There's actually a place, I believe it's, where's that? I think it's in Philadelphia. You know the little townships or roads or Canaan. Yeah, so that's spiritual because Babylon has great confusion.
And not anybody can name a road, or name a city.
Yeah.
Not anybody could just do that. It might have been just like a common thing and that, but we know how Esau just changes names for anything with damn fucking time. Yeah. So if a name is a road or a place is named something, it's named because someone has some sort of influence or power over that place. You know. So it shows you them men are all juiced into the dark arts, man, and them ancient histories and shit. You know, because they represent all those ancient ways. You know.
What precept? Quick one. This is Proverbs 15:3. The eyes of the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, are in every place, beholding the evil and the good.
Yeah, man, this is angels. You know, they shine 1,000 times brighter than the sun. So it don't matter if you're in your secret dens and councils, you know, doing shit. Yo, your Lord sees everything, man. So that's why they're afraid. They know when the Lord comes back, they ain't making it. They know they ain't making it. That's why they're getting ready. You know, they're in their bunkers. Ah, yeah, this cage. They know. You know what I mean? It's sort of like a dude at school that's been bad all day, and he knows when his dad comes through the door, it's dark. That's what Esau knows. He knows he's gonna get his fucking arse whooped. He's just waiting to the father, you know what I mean, of spirits. He sends his son to come and, you know what I mean?
Man's saying like his last day on earth, man.
Yeah, basically.
Wisdom of Solomon chapter 2. You know, that's that YOLO spirit.
Yeah.
Don't let us crown ourselves with rosebuds. You know what I mean? Until they be withered. You know?
Costly wine.
How lot is this?
Bad mentality is had, by the way. Yep.
I got one. Isaiah chapter 5 verse 20. Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter.
So here is they will support America and their endeavors and that, but they'll criticize the men of the Lord on the highways and byways. Trying to tell them, trying to teach them the truth. Just trying to show you how things are supposed to be. Right? How things are not meant to be. You know, but you want to come up against us and say we're the devil, then acknowledge that America is the fucking devil.
Yeah.
You know,
the great,
Esau the devil.
Yeah. The mother of harlots and abominations in the earth, bro.
Oh no, it's not us. It's somebody else,
Oh.
some Arab nation or some shit. Whatever, man.
And it's funny, it's like, they actually can't escape that fact that you're the most influential nation on the earth. And then every
Without
time
doubt.
period it's been. Bro, no one cares about Pakistan, bro. Like, no one's influenced by Pakistan, bro. Like, you're influenced by America.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They
It's
got Bollywood,
Bollywood. Oh, in
Nollywood.
yeah, that's it.
Everyone's
Black British, bro. Black British.
All these nations, they're definitely influenced by America.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how it is, man. And it's funny because when we were talking about the names of empires, I actually asked Chat, the statue of Daniel, yeah, does America have towns with the names of all the empires? They said, yeah. Rome, New York, Babylon, New York.
Yeah, I found that.
You know what I mean? Like, if you ask it, does America have town names that are always in line with the statue of Daniel? Yeah. Babylon, man. Great confusion. It's a melting pot, a seething pot.
That's why in the history, like, everyone wanted to come to America.
Yeah.
America is the, American dream.
Yeah.
That even like when you watch the biopic of Bruce Lee, because he was a major Chinese star, and he was like, nah, I want to be a great artist. So he had to come to America because he knew if he went to America, that's when he'd be international. Yeah, he'd be international. That's what
That
he did.
spirit's dying now, man.
Yeah, that's why
America ain't
that
the same.
inspiring spirit of coming to America to make it. It's like everyone's leaving America now, trying to get out.
And that's why when Bruce Lee went back to China,
Yeah.
they found out how much they loved him. And he was like, because remember his wife wanted to bring him back to America.
Yeah.
And he was like, no, here I'm special. Because in America, they're like, Mr. White Man.
Yeah.
He had to tiptoe around the white man. Then he lost it. Broke the cupboard off.
He's a peculiar spirit, man.
Revelation chapter 18, verse 9. It says, and the kings of the earth who have committed fornication and lived deliciously with her shall bewail her and lament for her when they shall see the smoke of her burning, standing afar off.
It's lucky, and that's like all these nations. They're all trying to get something out of America, man. Yeah. That's why it's the whore. Yeah. Right? They're all kind of dealing with America, trying to get out, to get from it, And so they've all been in bed with her. So the
punishment going to draw upon them as well. They're going to be bewailing her.
Yeah.
You know, because of all the trade, all the business that we're doing with them,
It's gone.
and now it's gone. You know.
Yeah, man, STDs. It's basically like a whole STDs. It sleeps with everyone. Everyone's taking. I'm fucked. I got fucking HIV now. Yeah, charge it.
Well, Esau said you can cure it now.
Yeah.
So don't worry about it. Just keep doing it.
Yeah, you see? See, that's how you know Esau's wicked.
Yeah.
Instead of saying,
Nah, Christian.
men stop dealing with men, stop freaking around, all of this. Actually,
I'm just gonna find a way if you can do it. Safe,
you know, which is the serpent.
Yeah, it's wicked as hell.
You shall not surely die.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Man, Esau gotta go, man.
And that's why John didn't he wonder after they.
Yeah.
Because she was so
Glamorous.
Yeah.
captivated.
She was thick, man.
You know, all the right curves and all the right faces, some perky tits.
Yeah, perky.
Nipples all just, you know.
He actually saw that.
Feet done.
The angel had to snap him out of it. Angel had to snap him out of it. Like, yeah, man.
Like the woman in the red dress in the Matrix, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
Look again, innit? Yeah, look again.
You know?
He had to snap out of it, man.
He said,
Like,
stand
this
with.
woman's bang, like, this bang buff. Edomite thing in my head.
That's all right. It says, standing afar off for fear of her torment, saying, Alas, that great city Babylon, that mighty city, for in 1 hour is thy judgment come.
And what's interesting about, because I remember one of the apostles back in the day, I can't remember who it was, but he basically said, in another dimension, it's already happened. That's it. Where he's already seen it, he saw it, so we're just waiting for it to happen.
Yeah, it's manifest.
It's sort of like, what is it? Is it Revelation 9, where he saw Kaiser William and all that?
Oh yeah,
So
Revelation
it's like,
World War One, yeah.
but that eventually happened.
Yeah.
So it's like with Babylon, America isn't any different.
No.
We're just waiting for it to happen.
Yeah, that's it.
You know,
Manifest.
things which must shortly come to pass.
They're trying to play with that concept, but not doing a good job, as good a job as they with that new movie coming out, that Doomsday movie. Like where none are like going into different time zones and doing different things, and the man comes and he collects all the different parts of the earth and builds battle war and makes a whole new.
Avengers, Doomsday.
Oh, the Doom one.
I'm saying, yeah, they're playing with that similar type of concept of different dimensions and different lives and all of that. Multiverse
Yeah,
and shit.
multiverse shit, man. But Esau knows his time's up, man. He knows, that's what it says in Revelations 12 and 12. He only got a short time left. So he's finally trying to put the final capstone on his new world order before it all goes to shit, man.
Yeah, we've got all the time in the world, man, so we're happy to wait.
Yeah.
You know?
So in Ezra 4:7, by measure as he measured the times, and by number as he numbered the times, and he does not move nor still them until the said measure be fulfilled.
Right? Because even the Most High is beholden to his own word.
Yeah.
Right? So he can't do nothing beyond what he's already said or stated. You know? So if it's meant to be that, you know, Esau has a particular day and time that he falls and gets destroyed and replaced, we have to wait to that time. Most High isn't going to bring that day closer to us just because, you know, we're asking for it per se. Because they're crying out all day long.
But the funny thing about that is that when Eve tries to move in on us all the more,
It
it
speeds up.
speeds up the time.
Yeah.
So it's
just
like, which is already set up in the spirit anyway. So it really shows you that, hey, there could be, it's like Balak and Balaam, man. Anytime, you know, Balak was asking, yo, curse him and do this.
Can't do that.
He tries to, and then he just has to bless them. So he's doing stuff to bring about our downfall and our end, but he doesn't know every time he does that, he's bringing about his downfall and bringing us closer to the kingdom.
More they oppressed them, the more they multiply.
There you go. Yeah. Egypt, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's what in chess. That's what you call checkmate.
Yeah.
When the king's checkmating, that's it. The game's over. Because no matter what square you try and move to, you're gonna get caught by the bishop.
No way out.
You're gonna get caught by the rook. And you gonna get, you know.
Yeah, it's usually a couple steps ahead. It's like
Yeah, that's it.
you make that final move,
Yeah.
and then you don't even have to move anything else because
Can't do nothing.
yeah,
That's
so
it,
your player, the other player can't see it. You're already like 10 steps and telling him not to stand.
That's the cool joke, because obviously the player is both players are setting traps with each other, in it, right? Right, but he don't understand that he ain't playing against us.
Yeah.
He's not playing against us. He's playing against the Most High. And so he's setting up the trap against us, but he ain't
4D chess, isn't it, right? He's being caught in his own snare. Like he thinks, oh, I've got this cornered. No, you're being cornered.
Yeah.
You're being trapped.
That's it.
You know?
Well, the most he's playing both sides of the chessboard.
Isn't it?
You know what I'm saying? He's just a pawn, the bishop, the rook. He's not even. He's getting moved.
No
himself.
choice. Yeah,
he's got no choice of what square to move to.
Yeah.
So the most high's got him. You know, he's got him because the deceiver it is.
That's right. Quick precept.
Straight.
Like I said, this is Numbers 23 and 23. Surely there is no enchantment against Jacob, neither is there any divination against Israel. According to this time, it shall be said of Jacob and of Israel, what have the Most High wrought? I read the NLT as well. It says, no curse can touch Jacob. No magic has any power against Israel.
So how are you going to overthrow the prophecies, man? How are you going to overthrow the promise? There's no way to do it.
For now it will be said of Jacob, what wonders has the Most High done for Israel?
We're about to find out. We're about to see it in its entirety, man. You know? The Lord has done many things for us in the past, man, but none of us have any recollection of that. We can only read about those instances. But we're going to see in this living day what the Lord's going to do, man. And how great He is. You know?
And even right now, like in this captivity, every Apostle Kabar says it quite a lot, man. We all got a story. All of us have got a different story, man. You know, like the movie Crash. You know, you have like simultaneous stories going at once. When the cameras close, we salute each other and go back to our lives. Brothers are dealing with their own hell, and we're going through it. But that's the manifold temptations that Peter wrote of. Right, we're going through manifold temptations, and this is to ready us for the ultimate temptation, the hour of temptation. These are building up a resilience, a fortitude, galvanizing us for that day. So all this stuff that's happening is only for our favor. It's not a curse. It seems like, yeah, I'm getting you, pitting you in a corner. I nearly got you, but in reality, you don't know that you're it's like you're
Being mentally prepared, spiritually prepared.
yeah. And you're ultimately gonna awake the giant within. Like you know, when you play with someone, you think you're bullying them, you're getting the upper hand on them, and then one day they just turn into a mean green, incredible Hulk. You know, like we're talking like 9 foot. I'm talking like some bloody 12-foot gladiator that just you can't even.
Well, Esau can get his all the way into the furnace, man.
Yeah.
He can get his all the way into the furnace, man. But Mosiah is with you, man. He's with you. And he's gonna deny him. You know?
Even in death.
Yeah,
We're the first that die in Howard Shire, they're coming back, man.
There's no victory over us, man.
That's it.
There is none. Because Yahweh Shai already got the victory. It's done. It's done.
Can do.
You know?
Sirach 2:1. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thyself for temptation. Set thy heart aright and constantly endure, and make not haste in time of trouble.
Yeah, like Elder Kazak was going into last night. I was watching. It's like brothers going through what they have to go through, but it's part of their healing process from this world, isn't it? Like, because our temptations, sin, is what's breaking us down. That's why you have to keep going through that healing process. And ultimately, when Yahweh Shai comes, like Malachi 4:2, so he's going to come with healing in his wings. That's that transition from this mortal flesh into that immortal flesh, where we're not going to commit sin no more. But in the meantime, in between times, because we're still in these chains of darkness, we're still going through that healing process. So we're still going to have our ups and downs, still going to make mistakes here and there. But ultimately, like the brother says, to galvanize you, the Lord said he's going to make up his jewels. What do you do with a jewel when you have to forge it? You have to put it through the fire. So you have to put it through that cauldron. And you have to persecute it. You have to purge the impurities out of it. So that's what brothers will have to go through. No matter how bad it may seem at the time or whatever. It's all the Lord making you. So when the Lord returns, you're gonna be one of those prized jewels. And he's gonna collect you. The Lord's coming to collect his jewels, man, the elect. You know? So this is all part of that galvanization. Go ahead.
Precept just on that. 1 Peter 1:7, that the trial of your faith, being much more precious than of gold that perisheth, though it be tried with fire, might be found unto praise and honor and glory at the appearing of Yahweh Shai HaMashiach.
There you go, man. You just said it in a nutshell. So that's what it's all about. If you want to be a true servant of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, you're going to have to go through the rigor, man. He's going to put you through them. You know, like them tournaments where you have to do them mad leaping and jumping from this part to the. That's what brothers have to go through, man. And when you think you're right at the end of it, you still got more levels to get to before you get to the top of the, to the end basically.
It's like it's a race, right? It's an obstacle course.
Exactly, obstacles. So that's what brothers are going through. You go through them obstacles. Sometimes you fall short, but at the end of the day, you just got to maintain faith and stay true. Keep doing the work. Don't doubt the power. Don't deny the Lord. If you start denying the Lord and stop fearing the Lord, that's when you're going to start falling off.
And Paul said it best, because you said, like about the falling short of the glory. It's all about us being falling. Like, there is no, all we have is grace. That's it. Like, you can't be perfect.
No.
That's the reason, even what we're doing right now, this is foolishness in the eyes of the Most High.
Exactly.
Foolishness of preaching. But it has to be done. And ultimately, you don't really know where you stand with the Most High, His Son, the Holy Spirit. Till you get to the end. Till you get that's it. You're just doing something that you just know, I've got to do this and hope for the best.
But there's a reward for your faith as well.
This is Hebrews chapter 12, verse 11. Now no chastening for the present seemeth to be joyous, but grievous. Nevertheless, afterward, it yieldeth the peaceable fruit of righteousness unto them which are exercised thereby.
And that's the difference between us and the people of the world. They're enjoying themselves, they're in that Epicurean spirit. They're not in that Stoic spirit like we are, trying to be disciplined and all that, trying to, fight the flesh and all these different things. These people of the world, they just endorse the flesh all day, all night. That's why they're just into it. Look at Adrian Broner, all these guys, like, they're just flesh. They're just destroying themselves, man. You know what I'm saying? But us suffering now, we're not going to suffer what they're going to suffer in the end. There's going to be a separation.
Wisdom of Solomon 3 verse from the top. But the souls of the righteous are in the hand of Most High, and there shall no torment touch them. In the sight of the unwise, they seem to die, and their departure is taken for misery.
Right, none of the elect are going to die in vain.
No.
It's not a vain thing to think, oh, they lost, they failed. It's got nothing to do with that. The Most High has always protected these saints. Right? And they're going to have a high position in the kingdom, man. So they've won.
And their goings from us to be after destruction, but they are in peace. For though they be punished in the sight of men, yet is their hope full of immortality. And as being a little chastised, they shall be greatly rewarded. For Most High proved them and found them worthy of himself.
And it's about being found worthy, man. So we have to go through these things. This is part of showing the Most High that we're worthy. Because we've done a whole lot of bad, and we don't deserve anything really. So now the Most High is basically how he's separating the elect from the rest of Israel. Is who's worthy, right? Who can endure for me? Who can go through these things that I've set before them? Because then they're worthy to obtain the kingdom. Like the fire on one side and the water on the other side, right? It's a test, right? It's perilous on either side, man. To try and get to the kingdom, but you got to pass through it to get the inheritance. So the Lord he's finding out who's worthy. He knows who's worthy or not. But we have to walk that walk still.
It's like Job, if you tried my servant Job. So that's how the Lord's looking at every brother as part of the elect. If you try my brother Yakanan, if you try my brother,
because we're all being tried.
We're
all being tried, man.
That sounds like legends. It's all being written. In the kingdom, these actions are going to be forever written.
Well, the book of life there already.
Right.
So the exploits of the elect and everything is there written.
I may say too, it's just like it reads in James 5, right? How does it go? It says, look at the patience of Job.
Yeah.
The aftermath of that.
That's right.
This is Micah chapter 7 verse 9 in NLT. I will be patient as the Lord Yahweh punishes me, for I have sinned against him. But after that, he will take up my case and give me justice for all I have suffered from my enemies.
Isn't that what Jake just wants? Justice?
Yeah.
That's what we want as a people. We want justice and peace. But our people can't never seem to get it. But then
problem is we're not acknowledging our own fault in this.
Yeah.
You know? So we got Esau who don't give a shit, obviously, because he ain't prepared to make, you know, supplication for it and nothing. So, but we forget to look at ourselves, man. What did we do wrong?
Yeah.
Right? And we've done a whole bunch of stuff wrong. And the Most High commands us to acknowledge our faults, man, and the fault of our forefathers. But Jake just so far removed from that, because all they've been, you know, all they were being moved by is their own lust in this world, man. Because Esau's got you focus on that shit, rather than, you know, repairing yourself, you know, spiritually, you know.
Yep, it says, but after that, he will take up my case and give me justice for all I have suffered from my enemies. The Lord Yahweh, Hashem Yahweh Shai, will bring me into the light, and I will see his righteousness.
And that's what Esau's afraid of, man, because he knows the wrong he's done unto us, and he knows we're the Lord's children. So he's afraid of the recompense, man, and this is why he's preparing everything he possibly can to go up against the Lord, man. You know, but again, that's another work of futility, right? Because there's no way you'd ever be able to bridge that gap. You know, but this is why he's known as the fool. So you can't really expect nothing more from him. You know, so he's gonna roll that dice and think he got a chance of keeping his kingdom from the heavenly, you know, from Yahweh Shai and the children of Israel. He thinks he's got a chance, but he never had the chance, man. Because like I said, it's already been written. But you don't respect the word. He's never respected the word of the Heavenly Father. That's why even as Cain, he was like, oh, I'll just sacrifice this. You know, take this fruit, Lord. I didn't ask for that. Yeah, don't worry about it. You don't respect the Lord. Right? And this is why he's going to get violated right at the end. You know?
And if I may say, Saquon, too, right, as the scripture says, it says, even in the land of uprightness, he will not learn righteousness.
That's right. That's why nothing but wickedness goes on wherever they at, the border of wickedness. The scripture tell you, man.
Well, look at the Holy Land. It's supposed to be a land flowing with milk and honey. Yeah. So it's barren. It's a kibbutz.
That's why the small hats can't be those people, man.
Yeah.
There's no peace there. There's no tribes there. You know, there's 12 tribes to be there. They're not together. You know, there's war. There's more war than ever before.
Yeah.
That's not prophetic, man. That's not meant to be that way if you're the children of the Israelites, man. But if you're of the heathen, yeah, that's meant to be going on. If you're the Edomites, yeah, that's meant to be going on. And that's exactly what you want. You know?
Like I say, that's why it's important that we cry out.
Yeah.
Because just like you was going into mouth, like Susanna, she cried out. You know what I mean? Elder Yeshua goes into that all the time. It shows that we actually ain't with this. You know what I mean? We ain't with being grabbed up by the enemy and just laying down and taking it. You know, the dark desires. So it's important that we cry out like the unjust, you know, the unjust judge parable. You know, the woman, she cried out.
Right.
The scripture says, I have likened the daughter of Zion to a comely and delicate woman. So we're like, you know, we're a woman, like, so we got to cry out. You know, it's important.
That's right.
And an unjust judge, he did something. In the end. So how much more so a just power?
Yeah, that's right.
So we've got great things to look forward to.
That's right. We're about to close up. Any brothers got any closing scriptures, statements?
I've got one precept. 2 Thessalonians 1:6. Seeing it is a righteous thing with Yahweh to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you. And to you who are troubled, rest with us when the Lord Yahweh Shai shall be revealed from heaven with his mighty angels.
That's right. That's right. Because they got the power, man, to bring justice and to judge those that are more powerful than we are. You know. So we're waiting. You know, with anticipation for that day, man. You know. But yeah, we're gonna end it there anyway. Lord, it's been edifying. So. Hey, all praise and glory to Yahweh. Again, double honors unto the elders, the apostles of GMS. Shalom out there to the whole full length, man. Till next time, shalom.